Oh, I know YouTube wanna be on. All right, here YouTube, y'all good? Everybody's on. We're all here, okay? I just dropped a video on YouTube, kind of detailing what's going on with Young Thug and his lyrics being used against him. It's a lot to be addressed here, but I'll tell you what I want the main accomplishments to be on this stream. I'm probably gonna be streaming for about like 3 hours or so. We're gonna discuss this case quite thoroughly. I would love to get some of your thoughts on it too. I have some Meg Thee Stallion announcement. The documents have came in for Big Ak yet again. Holy. Exclusive. The documents just came in. We're going to figure this out, okay? I don't know if I'll get to all of that. We have so much to get to. I might have to save that. The next podcast that's dropping today actually touches on some of the exclusive info I got about Meg Thee Stallion, that case. But of course, I'll make sure you guys get it too. I don't know if we'll touch it today though, okay? But I want to talk about this. We got Kendrick dropping Friday, which means I haven't done a night stream in a minute. I've been streaming like midday. I'm going to try to do one tomorrow night, okay? Today's Wednesday. Tomorrow night will be the lead up before Kendrick drops. Put the word out. Ak will be streaming. We're going to hear what Kendrick got to say to us after 5 goddamn years, okay? We're going to talk everything about that. We should talk about some Jack Harlow stuff. Predictions yet again dropped. You know, people were saying he was going to do 180. Some people said 200. Dirk came out and said 200. Then we seen, maybe like 140. Now we're seeing 120. Holy. Actually, less than 120. Now, a couple ways to look at it, and we'll talk about it. What else is going on in hip-hop? Got the baby and his baby mama going at it. But this is the biggest story right now. There's a couple quick updates on YNW Melon as well. You know, they're going through court, and his legal team is fighting tooth and nails. You know, obviously, there's a double murder, or a triple murder, actually. Well, yeah, double murder, actually. That's on his pallet, so, you know, everybody just expects us to go to trial. They get a win if they could get nothing being able to brought up in trial. So they scored a win recently. We'll see how much that matters. I'll talk about it in a second. Should we start with YSL or should I start with something else? Okay. Update. I'll give you all a real quick update on Jay Critch. From what I heard, Jay Critch is filling out a job applications. Jay Critch seemingly might be coming to work for Academic Enterprise. So, you know, salute to Jay Critch. I think he's finally came to his senses. Or maybe his bank account is reflecting too many zeros without a real number in front of it. So, Jay Critch, you know, one of you might have to pass a drug test, though. You know what I mean? He might be on that crack. So, if he does that, who knows? You might see Jay Critch at Rolling Loud interviewing for me. Okay? Salute to Jay Critch, though. I like to put other black men, you know, back to work in terms of getting them employed. So, that's a good thing. All right, cool. What should we start with? Nah, somebody's actually getting the pool job. Like, Jay Critch don't even look like a nigga that can swim. I'm gonna be honest with you. So, like, you know, imagine I give him a job, clean the pool, and nigga drowns. Like, come on, man. His family gonna sue me, man. Might be the most money they get. Like, no. So we're gonna have Jay Critch in the field. Okay? All right, cool. What do y'all want to talk about first? I see, yo, I got some shit on Meg, but that's like a whole long drawn out thing. Let's get quickly to the YSL situation, right? This is the name of the title. I see a lot of people in here. Welcome YouTube. Welcome Facebook. Yes. Oh shit. Facebook numbers is knocking today. Holy. And of course, Twitch holding it down. Twitch is a kingpin right now with about 4,000. We got about 1,500 on YouTube right now. We have about on two Facebook pages about like 1,200. So okay, the numbers are coming up. All right. Regardless. Let me give you a breakdown. I have all the documents or pertinent documents that we're going to talk about, right? And let me just start off like this. And this is a lot of opinions based on me reading. There's an 88-count indictment that was filed. No, 88-page indictment, which is a 56-count indictment. I read through it all. I read through all of the preliminary evidence that was, you know, brought towards the grand jury, and the grand jury indicted all these guys. So all 28 of the guys got indicted by grand jury. I'm going to give my personal opinion about it, which I believe is accurate. I think all the facts support it, but nobody else is going to say it. I believe this indictment only comes, and by the way, it's following the YFN Lucci indictment. Same office. They're trying to stop these. Like, I know we all think of Atlanta as a bunch of people getting along. There's a bunch of people who got issues. We just don't hear about it too much. I believe YFN and YSL got indicted because both of those camps had two successful rappers at the top of each of them, and they couldn't put their beef aside to just get money and stay successful and stay out of the way. When I read the indictment, when I listen to the prosecutor, the DA, they basically have said there's two main reasons why they indicted Thug and everybody else in YSL. Number one, which I think it holds more of a priority for them, there was a police officer shot. You know how the law enforcement is. They don't care if y'all shooting each other, but y'all start shooting cops, shit's getting shut down. There's a cop that got shot 5 times by a guy who, if you ask me, there's one guy in this whole indictment. His name is, it's like Eppinger or something like that. I'll get to it. I'll bring up some documents. He's the guy who police just fucking, like, as soon as they tied him to YSL, they were coming for YSL. You know, clearly they had info and stuff about Thug and other people for years, but they pretty much summed up that cop getting shot as a gang activity, and because of that, they're coming for the whole gang. You can't shoot cops. Like, there's no, you know what I mean? Like, you kill somebody innocent, they'll cry for a couple of days, you know, might let it go. You shoot a cop, now every cop feels emboldened and feels like they're under attack. So I think that's the main reason why this came down, right? You're going to have all type of resources allocated when you shoot a cop. The second thing is, there's bodies and shootings and random bystanders getting shot as a result of this YFN, YSL beef. Clearly, if you look through the indictment, and I'll show you, they detail most of the stuff is just beef in between them and YFN. It's not even like they're just terrorizing the entire Atlanta community. Nigga, they even used the picture. You remember when one of the Young Thug's people like post a picture when he was like, he saw like Lucci in the mall and he posted a picture of him standing on Lucci's car? Nigga, they even used that in the indictment. They use so much shit, but it's targeted towards YSL people being aggressive or being defensive as it relates to that beef. The prosecutor basically said it. There's bodies getting dropped. There's people getting shot based on those people beefing. And that's one of the reasons what I think they did. They said, fuck it. They're not picking sides. They indicted both of them. They indicted Lucci and him first, and then they realized shit was still happening. And then, obviously the cop stuff was always going to get a big deal. And then they indicted Thugger and them. Somebody says they're reaching. Nah, it's not reaching, brother. Like, the murders involved in this situation has to do with that beef. You know what I mean? So, like, I like when people always be like, yo, you're telling the cops. Bro, you think the cops is telling us shit we didn't know. You think the cops are smarter than us. Like, the cops, that's their whole job. So, you know, I don't think they're reaching at all. I just think that, to keep it real, like, niggas, like, you ain't gonna be a rich millionaire with a bunch of niggas who are shooting and killing, and you're the face, and you don't get charged. That's just gonna be what it is. You know what I mean? Like, now, of course, here's the thing when it comes to situations like this. Bro, they're pointing at stuff that happened years ago. And I'm going to get into the lyrics thing because people are misunderstanding what these lyrics are. The way the lyrics, Thug is not charged for anything he said in a lyric in terms of admitting to a crime. Or they're not using the lyric to say, oh, because he said this means he did this crime. They're using the lyrics to paint a picture. Just like they're using tattoos to paint a picture. Just like they're using all this little hand hieroglyphic shit to paint a picture. You get what I mean? Now, what I hear some people, well, Jay-Z's been fighting. First of all, they're trying to introduce a new law. It's not on the books. But even with what Jay-Z and Meek and some other people are trying to fight for in terms of lyrics, what they're trying to fight for is, for example, say I rapped about, I drove down in my new Bentley Porsche, or no, I drove down in my new drop top Porsche and I shot 2 niggas. Say a news report comes out that there was 2 niggas who got shot on a block and somebody seen a drop top Porsche. They're not gonna use my lyrics as like pretty much a confession, because I could then say it's artistic expression, right? Which I think that's fair. That has nothing to do with this Thug case. They're using Thug's lyrics just like how they're using his tattoo. They're saying, this is what it means to be in YSL. You're going to talk like this. You're going to have these symbols. You're throwing up these symbols. You're going to be hanging out with these guys. And subsequently, because they're painting this out to be a crime organization, you're going to be doing crime with them, right? For everybody, they have crime. So even Thug, like, they actually have crimes that they're accused him of. They accuse him of being part of the hierarchy. They're just using the lyrics to say, this is also him claiming it. They're using also his tattoos. They're using also his social media pictures with him throwing up blood signs. They're using all these things. They're just saying, hey, when we tell y'all the word slat is something that this gang uses, when he says it in his lyrics, it just further proves that they're blurring the line between what's happening in real life and the music. So it's not just the music. Like, people hear, oh, they're using your lyrics. They're thinking, oh, no, they're only going to court with a bunch of lyrics. No, the lyrics, I think the lyrics, and I could pull the lyrics up. I read it out on my YouTube video. The lyrics just is like the icing on the cake. It just makes the shit sound like hilarious. Because you realize how self-snitching most of these lyrics are without a Metro Boomin beat in the background. If there was a Metro Boomin beat in the background of some of these joints, this should be slapping. But you literally hear like Thug be like, yo, listen, we YSL and we do all the crimes. Yeah, they're going to use that in court. Hey, we know this might be artistic expression, but keep in mind, he do got tattoos in real life. This is outside music. Say YSL. Him and his homies throwing up signs. Say YSL. They got everything that say YSL, but even in the music, he's saying he's YSL and throwing up and saying he do all the crimes. Bro, these are actual lyrics. I kid you not. These are actually fucking lyrics, right? So that's how it relates to that. I'm going to get a little bit more into it because they use so many lyrics. And that's why initially, and Gunna's charges, and I feel like Gunna is the kid who you and your homies is driving to, like, all you know is y'all going to Chick-fil-A, but they see they op, and they shot they op while you in the car. And now all y'all get caught, and they basically, and the cops is telling you like, yo, yeah, you was going to kill them niggas too. And you're like, no, nigga, I was going to Chick-fil-A. What the fuck you talking about? Like, there's not much that they say Gunna did explicitly. They do accuse him of some drugs and some guns. But in all of this, and I should probably just pull up the indictment. I'll do it in a second. What all of this is there's painting a picture. What Gunna's only charged for is being in the gang. But they're bringing up prior charges from him to paint some of the gang stuff, like stuff that he already beat or stuff that he already took a plea on. For example, and so I didn't do a story on this. It's more complicated. The guy, young Thug. Let me see. All right, actually, you don't want me to pull up the indictment. I'll pull up the indictment. I'll pull up the whole thing. Give me a sec. Okay. All right, here's the full indictment, all right? Cool, okay, cool. So full indictment, it's 88 pages. I'll read through it, and this is where, like, you're going to see a bunch of numbers, and I made it much more simpler in my YouTube video. But they're not charging people for what you're seeing here. They're using these as, like, all these numbers here. So, for example, an uneducated person, like, for example, right here, they're using a Instagram picture. You're not getting charged for Instagram. That's not what's happening. They're using the Instagram as part of their evidence to paint the picture that you're in a gang. You're getting charged with being a gang. Your Instagram picture is helping to prove you're in a gang. You're not getting charged for your lyrics. Your lyrics are helping it prove that you're in a gang. You understand what I mean? So Gunna is only charged with being in a gang. But you'll hear them mention other crimes that he already probably went to trial for, including there's this one, I see some people report it inaccurately. You guys probably should remember this guy. Let me go down. I almost feel like I'm a fucking like lawyer, low key. The amount of indictments I fucking read. Okay, so Jimmy Winfrey. If you guys don't know this guy, I'll pull up a picture of him. Here we go. Jimmy Winfrey, Lil Wayne. This was a guy who was accused, not even accused, he was actually convicted of shooting up Lil Wayne's tour bus. Okay? So this guy right here, I think they also call him Roscoe, he was accused of shooting up Wayne's tour bus. He's also in this picture with Thug. And a lot of people wondered at the time if, so let me give you the details around that, right? This dude, Wayne and Thug were into it. Wayne comes to Atlanta, performs at some club, apparently exchanged words with this guy. After they leave in the tour bus, a car, Camaro, pulls up near the tour bus and shoots into the bus, right? The police basically, and by the way, the bus driver, you know, Wayne supposedly is a gangster, so Wayne not really saying nothing or cooperating too much. But the bus driver, he's just hired to drive, so he's giving it up all. He's like, yo, he's telling exact. I seen that nigga, yo, whatever, because he was down to just get a check at the end of the day. He's like, yo, I'll sue Wayne or anybody else because if millionaires are shooting at each other or millionaires are getting people to shoot at each other, I don't want to be in the crossfire. I need some money. So he don't give a fuck about that gangster stuff. The bus driver was cooperating, right? So what ended up coming out when the police did their investigation is that Jimmy Winfrey, which is this guy, right? Which is Roscoe, this guy right here. He basically, after he did the shooting, he called up Young Thug. What? So it just sounded ridiculous at the time. For example, by the way, disclaimer, I don't do crime, never plan on doing crime. I'm a law-abiding citizen, and anytime if you ever see me involved in anything that's criminal in nature, it was probably self-defense. Like, you know, I don't play around with crime. But let's say I did. If I paid a nigga to go shoot a nigga, the first thing I'm gonna tell him is, after you shoot him, do not call me. Like, call anybody, nigga. Call your mama, call your lawyer, nigga, call anybody in the world, nigga. Call Jesus. Don't call me, okay? So a lot of people thought that Thug was behind this, right? People were expecting Thug. And by the way, in the indictment, I'm not saying nothing that that's not already on court documents. It was weird that Thug wasn't charged then. This is how the cops don't forget shit. It was weird that Thug wasn't charged then because they name Thug and allegedly Birdman as co-conspirators. But they only charged this guy, the shooter. Maybe they didn't have enough evidence for them to at that time, whatever. They only charged this guy, right? Cool. So they charged him. The case had got like a little funky because the judges talked to him. The judge talked to him a little crazy. Like, he was in court and the judge basically said, yo, you doing shootouts on a fucking like state highway, bro. You better not take this to trial, because if you blow trial, I'm not going to be lenient with a sentence. Now, a judge can't talk to you like that in the sense of they're dissuading you from actually, you know, exercising your rights. So there was some funny stuff with the case, because imagine a judge saying, yo, you might take the plea because if you blow trial, you're getting life. You know what I mean? Like, what? So anyway, there was some funny stuff with the case. Long story short, he ended up taking 7 years. He got out, I believe, like 2 years ago, right? Or like a year ago. Nevertheless, he's charged again. Now, the situation where they shot up Wayne's bus is listed in here. That's why I'm just trying to show you that he's not being charged again for shooting up Wayne's bus. That would be double jeopardy if you guys know. Yeah, that's like, you watch any fucking, you know, Law and Order, right? Defendant Jimmy Winfrey, associate of YSL, did commit felony offense of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon with a firearm, an object which, when used offensively against a person, is likely resulted in serious bodily injury upon the person of Dwayne Carter, aka Lil Wayne, by shooting at a bus that Wayne was a passenger in with said firearm in violation of blah blah, pursuant to blah blah, an overt act. Okay. Also, before he was also charged before with being in a gang as well. So, so you kind of got a RICO before already, but I forgot what the plea ended up being for that. Regardless, I say all that to say, what you're seeing on this indictment, they're not charging him again, but they could use it. So you pled guilty to it. We're telling you that you pleading guilty to that, we're not charging you for that again, but we're charging you to paint the picture for you're still doing or you're still in the same gang. So that's why you're going back down again. You get me? So they got that Jimmy Winfrey guy in there as well. Keep scrolling down. You're going to see a lot of Instagram pictures. This should tell you something about rappers. First of all, if you have any gang name before your name, you're asking for an indictment, right? Come on now. Second of all, if you posting these weird captions, they can't fuck with us. If we wanna, we gonna bring him homicide. Might be a song lyric, but trust me, they're not gonna Google your shit on Genius before they charge you, okay? You're gonna be in court paying for lawyers. That's how it goes, all right? Also, some of these charges here, these guys got arrested for this before, like possession of marijuana to distribute. So they might have got picked up before, but now the state is lumping all these charges into an indictment saying y'all really had that weed that y'all were going to distribute for the gang. You know what I mean? So they're relating everything around the gang thing. So they're basically trying to say they're not charging them for possession of marijuana or, for, again, right here, possession of Oxycontin. They're charging them for being in a gang. That's it. See, Jeffrey Williams, look. Defendant Jeffrey Williams, associated YSL. Oh, yeah, see? Did commit a felony of terroristic threats while Christopher May attempted to inform that he was no longer welcome at Pyramid Mall. Remember, Thug got charged for this already. Remember this? He got arrested and charged for this. The terroristic threat thing. But that's what I'm saying. This is what RICO does, and that's why it's such a great tool. That's why you hear the prosecutor, and we'll go listen to her in a little while. That's why it's such a great thing for them. Whatever you got arrested for before, they just lump everything in. Like, they're not recharging them for the same shit. They're just using it to paint a picture. He said, Young Thug said, if you continue to approach, I'll shoot you in the face with my gun. That's pretty much open and close terroristic threat, right? Then you're gonna start seeing some lyrics. They're gonna throw some lyrics in there right here. Look, defendant Jeffrey Williams, associated YSL, appeared in a video called Slime Shit with the lyrics state, hey, this that slime shit. Hey, YSL shit. Hey, killing 12 shit. Oh, ironic, ain't it? Hey, fuck a jail shit. Oh, holy, even more ironic. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I think they're picking these lyrics just to troll these niggas. Killing 12 shit? Fuck a jail shit? We got you. Bro, they're trolling them. I'm telling you, like, these lyrics ain't gonna prove nothing. These lyrics ain't gonna be the reason why he walks or stays in jail. This was just to add cherry to the top that a grand jury could be like, God damn it, these niggas is wild. They're brazen. You get what I mean? Because they have to present all this. These are like pretty much pieces of evidence they presented to a grand jury. Grand jury's like, people who secretly meet and fucking decide whether they're gonna indict on a bunch of indictable counts. And they clearly did for 28 of these guys, right? So this should sound great over Metro Boomin beat. You put London on the track? Holy, this shit is slapping. But when you read this shit in black and white in a courtroom, imagine the prosecutor who's presenting their case to the grand jury says, all right, cool, let me read you defendant Jeffrey Williams, a.k.a. Big Slime. This is his lyrics. This, that slime shit, that killing 12 shit, fuck a jail shit. Nigga, they probably just wrote on they think guilty. Like, come on, bro. Like, it's court. Cooking white brick. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. I done put a whole slime on 100 licks. Slime or get slime. I'm in the VIP and I got that pistol on my hip. You praying that you live. I'm praying that I get hit. Hey, this that slime shit. Fuck the police. As I said, they're trolling these niggas. They're going to put every time you said fuck the police in the fucking thing. Because now your ass is really locked up, right? 100 rounds in a Tahoe. I'm prepared to take him down. Got banana clips for all these niggas acting monkey. This that slime shit. This that mob shit. Oh shit. You see? Look, this play's good in court. Fuck the judge. Yo, fuck the judge sounds really good when you got a Zaytoven beat. Imagine when there's no beat and a white dude is reading your lyrics out. He said, fuck the judge, YSL, this, that, mob life. You know what the judge is probably saying? Man, if y'all don't indict these niggas, fuck who? That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. They're not using these lyrics to the lyrics ain't what they charge for. The lyrics is just hyping it. Like, pull at this. It's like, if you say you scamming, say you a scammer. You wouldn't scam and like tag the motherfucking, like, you wouldn't tag the IRS when you posted like 100,000, right? You're like, that would be retarded, right? Like, they would show that in court. Just like if you doing some shit, say you doing some street shit, when you rapping about the judge and the DA, of course they're gonna use that to help charge you. Anyway, this is the guy I was telling you about, Christian Eppinger. He's the guy I believe sunk this whole shit. Associate of YSL, he committed some felony of armed robbery, blah, blah, blah. This was in 2016. He's been in and out of jail. I think he's the guy who shot the cop as well, right? Look, they've even charged Jimmy Winfrey, the guy who shot Wayne's bus, or not charged. They use evidence of him gaining possession of drugs by an inmate as one of the reasons that he's in a gang and also criminal. You know what I mean? Which is, I think kind of weak, but look, they have about 100 instances. So basically, if I give you 100 reasons why a nigga is a weirdo, maybe 60 of them are bullshit, or maybe I'm reaching with about like 50 of them. But if once you see 100 reasons, it's like, all right, man, this nigga was a weirdo, right? Okay, let me keep going down. This guy should have been a scholar. What the fuck is he doing in crime? Various? What the fuck? This boy should be in school. Various? Nichols? That boy should be getting straight A's. What's going on here? All right, anyway, they got him for some shit. Okay, Sergio Kitchens, my man, Wanna. And this is what I'm trying to say. Like, this was a bust that happened. So this 924 was a bust that happened, right? This was a bust that happened. So they got charged for this already. They got caught with guns, right? So you could probably Google when it is. You want me to Google it? I'll Google it for y'all. September 24, 2017. And I'm going to type it. Young Thug, September 24th, 2019. We're probably going to find a TMZ article. September 24th. Or sometime around that time. Let me just look up September 2019. September 2019. Oh. Y'all probably would remember more than me. September. I don't know why I can't find it. Shit, whatever. Anyway, the point what I'm trying to say is you can look at the dates. The dates say 9/24/2017. They're telling you what happened. Young Thug, this is Sergio. This is Young Thug. They had stolen property. Okay, so basically they're saying that they had there was a dude that was with them that got some gun or some shit like that, which they probably got a charge. The charge probably even got dismissed, but they're still using it as a way to prove that these niggas are in a gang. It don't matter if you beat the case or not, nigga. You feel me? Here again, they probably found him with some pills. You know what I mean? These niggas be doing all type of what that shit called what's that shit called again? It's a bunch of gasoline they put in their fucking nose. What's that shit called? Whippets? Yeah, they always go on some shit, right? Look, so possession of methamphetamine with intent to distribute, which means you probably just had too much. They're using that to which, by the way, is really weak by itself. That's the whole point of a conspiracy. If you pick out one of these, they're weak, right? Like, wait, so you're hitting this guy with a RICO because Gunna and Thug use drugs? Every rapper uses drugs. So by itself, it's like, what are you charging him for? When you link it with 100 other reasons, you're like, that's how it goes. You get me? Here it goes again. Another drug. This is hydrocon. What the fuck is this? What type of drug is this? Hydrocon? Methamphetamines. I don't know. Whatever. There's probably some perks and some I don't know, Xanax or some dumb shit. And then they had marijuana. So they just got caught with some shit. You feel me? Like, see? And then here okay, cool. They're saying they did commit the felony offense, blah, blah. Okay, so they just lumped everything in one. They said they received stolen property with the gun, had drugs, and by the way, sitting with Myron and kind of learning how the feds move and stuff, which I know it's a state case, but they all look at shit the same. It's like, for them to really get you charged, they want to make sure, number one, there's some money involved, right? There's always got to be money involved, because broke niggas, nobody give a fuck about them, okay? No disrespect to a lot of the crime that happens in Chicago. It's the reason why there isn't sweeping indictments constantly. There ain't no money going on, okay? But if there was some money getting passed around, niggas would be getting indicted. Trust and fucking believe. You feel me? But when it's just a bunch of niggas killing themselves, they're like, what the fuck we gonna do? Just after a while, they'll say, let's segregate these niggas for the rest of, like, other people, right? That's how they do it. I'm not saying it's right. That's just really how it's done. So what they usually do for most of these indictments, they try to make sure there's some money or something like that. In the federal system, they usually use the term affecting interstate commerce, which means like there's some type of transactions, or you're affecting someone's business, or you're gaining money illegally, whatever the case is. And the other two things which always make something look sexy is drugs, violence. You know what I mean? Like drugs, violence, or weapons. They got the drugs, they got the weapons. And shit, by who they're charging, some money's coming in. And they put the intent to distribute. It means there's going to be, even if these guys ain't rappers, they're going to make money off of distributed marijuana. But who the fuck, you think Gunna and Thug are getting weed to sell? But who cares? You see, nobody gives a fuck about the real life interpretation of it. It only is how it looks on this paper. Nobody cares how the song was slapping in the club. It's about how it sounded in court. That's why these things are charged. Okay. Then I'm gonna read you, and I'm gonna do a whole video on this, a couple of these other things I'm gonna tell you about, because these are big situations that I think the feds are playing poker a little bit. They're not showing their whole hand. You get me? The feds set up Gunna, Thug, and the rest of YSL. Not the feds. I mean the state. They did it on a slick way. So I'm gonna read. Look. Defendants Antonio and Jeffrey did appear in a video. Okay. So this is what they see on social media. So they're using everything, right? Look at this one right here. Defendant Jeffrey Williams, aka Young Thug, aka Big Slime, an associate of YSL. Oh yeah, I can't see. Appeared in a video on social media captioned anybody with Williams stating, this is what Young Thug said. That's what I'm saying. What? It don't sound good in court. I never killed anybody, but I got something to do with that body. Holy Jesus Christ. What? I told him shoot 100 rounds. I'm ready to fool. And now they're trying to paint Young Thug as the big kingpin like he's El Chapo. I get all type of cash. I'm a general. Okay, you're the leader. You got it. You got it, brother. You're the leader. We won't, you know what I mean? Like, that shit was probably slapping on a beat if it was a song. I don't know. Okay. Defendants Gunna and Thug, they were subject to a traffic stop for speeding. Involved were two vehicles, one being driven by Williams and one was closely following 4 individuals who were armed with numerous. Okay, see, another way they're connecting this whole thing to be a gang situation. So they stopped 2 cars. Basically, one car got the shooters, and the other car got Gunna and Thug. And they basically said, since we could connect y'all to those niggas behind y'all, it's further proven that y'all are a gang. Now, did they catch Thug with the AK-47s with the 30-round magazines? No. But they caught the niggas behind him. But because they probably could prove through social media that these niggas is all chilling, hanging out, moving around together, even though your car ain't got nothing to do with their car in terms of the legal terms of possession, they gonna say, well, that's your homie. He carrying the AK-47 for you. Remember you said you were the general? Like, this shit is ridiculous. Yeah. So there's a bunch of this. It's a bunch of this. Like this guy shit after shit. Okay. Yeah, this is one of the serious ones too. This is one of the murders. Defendants Damone Bullock and Rondalius Ryan, associates with YSL, did unlawfully with malice aforethought commit the felony offense of murder by causing the death of Jamari Holmes, a member of another gang. Just do the math and look up Jamari Holmes. Look who he rolls with. Again, like, yeah, come on, right? All right, so then they got some more stuff. They pretty much just bring a bunch of like, reasons. It's already murder, but it's like assault with a deadly weapon. Yeah, they shot towards, okay, so somebody else got shot, which was Bernard Mitchell, and somebody else got shot, which was Rodney Oten. So they killed one dude and they shot two others, okay? Then the same guy, this is how they're proving all this, the same guy did a pose on a picture flashing a YSL hand sign. By the way, this is just like simple advice. I can't give criminals or like gang niggas advice, but don't have the shooters throwing up the same gang signs as the artists. You know what I mean? Like you see how they're like just, nigga, it's not even tic-tac-toe. It's just like, so that's the killer, and this is his Instagram, and he's throwing up this gang sign that this nigga also throws up. And then this nigga, who's the famous nigga who also throws up this gang sign, is beefing with this nigga. And then the guy that the killer killed is cool with the nigga who that, you get what I mean? It's just so fucking easy to like, come on. Defendant Rondalius Ryan, he's another guy who did that murder. See? Do I gotta spell it out for you? Defendant Rondalius Ryan, associate of YSL, did appear in a video on social media displaying money with the caption, "Fuck YFN. I wonder who they're beefing with." You can imagine the detectives like, yo, who the fuck are they beefing with? But like, we know they shot at 3 other gang members. They killed one of them, but who the fuck are they beefing with? Oh, fuck YFN. Oh, okay. Makes sense. All right. Defendant blah, blah. Burglary. This is probably some isolated shit. Said somebody did a robbery. Like, bro, they'll just throw anything in there. Nigga, first y'all talking about Young Thug and Gunna with drugs. Then they're rolling around with soldiers and shooters. Now we're seeing a random burglary, hijacking a motor vehicle. See, they're just trying to make sure they got everything on everybody. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna try to get to it. Hold on. I'm gonna get to the serious shit. They've slyly put it in here. By the way, ain't this hilarious? Defendants Mills, Farley, Wanley, Quavamarius, Quamavarius Nichols, and Shannon Stillwell, associated with YSL, did appear in a video released on social media where Stillwell is wearing red and a YSL necklace stating, "I just beat a murder rap. Pay my lawyer $30 for me, and that's my slimes. Above the law." It's probably some lyrics, but you probably don't want to post that to social media. "I just beat a murder. Me and my slimes are above the law." Like, might not want to say you're above the law. Why niggas act like the cops don't got social media? Yo, I heard about the YNW Melly case. I heard the cops had a hard on for him because he been flexing and whatever, and they think he did other crimes. They can't prove it though. So you can imagine a cop every day logging onto his page, seeing this nigga just basically throw up a middle finger in their face. And the moment they caught him with something, nigga, they're push. I've never seen them push harder for the death penalty than they're going at Melly, bro. They want Melly killed. But you know why? From what I've heard, the cops have a hard on for him because they felt he got away with other shit. So if you did beat a murder, it's like the OJ thing. Nigga, you beat the murder, don't write a fucking book. Don't talk about, man, I ain't do it, but if I didn't do it, nigga, the moment you slip, you're going to slide. If you beat a murder, and let's say you did it, or maybe you didn't do it, but just shut the fuck up and go away, nigga. Don't say you above the law. Now the law is looking like, when the fuck can we catch this nigga again? I guarantee when we catch him again, he ain't gonna be above the law. He gonna be beneath the jail. That's really just the truth of the matter, right? Okay. Then this was wild. I remember when he posted on social media. We knew this was gonna be court. This was wild. Defendant Jeffrey Williams, aka Young Thug, an associate of YSL, posted an image on social media tagging YFN Lucci, stating, YFN, if I ain't like what you do for your mother and kids, I would have been killed you. I know y'all said the cops can't use the lyrics, but fuck, could they use a social media caption? Like, come on, what type of caption is this, brother? The nigga said, if I ain't like what you do for your mom and kids, the nigga put it in all caps. Imagine when this is read in court. You see what I'm telling you? It's the beef between wife. Nigga, it just shows also the ego of men, bro. If one of these, obviously there's people who died on both sides. So I don't want to trivialize it like this, but like, bro, y'all are really successful this and third. Y'all can operate in this music business, get money without each other. Let's not use your resources and use the people around you to go to war. This indictment doesn't come. There's too many bodies, too many shootings. This indictment is pretty much YFN versus YSL. Like, we just going to keep it 100. Defendant Jeffrey Williams, Young Thug. Associate of YSL posted a video titled Just How It Is, stating, I escaped every one of the licks because I was supposed to be rich, blah, blah, hit him with a Mac. Okay, so these are lyrics. These are lyrics. I done for the crew. I done did the robbing. I done did the jacking. Now I'm full rapping. Last nigga tried me. Almost got popped in Lennox. Asked the cops. Asked the detectives. Oh, my God. Are you telling us to ask these niggas? Because when they ask him, they going to charge you, nigga. They know all the business. Asked the cops. Asked the detectives. All the jurisdictions. Gave the lawyer close to $2 million. He handles all the killings. Chat, could y'all all agree with me? This shit sounds fucking ridiculous without a beat. Like, yo, we're all like, yo, free Thug, yo, come on, free Slime, free Thugger. You read this shit, you're like, no way he did this. Like, no way he said all these things. Yeah, nigga, it was just over a hot beat. The beat was fire, nigga. 808s was kicking. Oh, shit. Then the most ironic part of it all, look, we don't speak shit on wax. What the fuck, nigga? You just said it all over. What the fuck? We don't speak shit on wax. Oh, hell no, you ain't say that. Nigga, that's like Bobby Shmurda at the end. Imagine when Bobby Shmurda named 59 niggas on Hot Nigga at the end. He's like, yo, by the way, this shit is just all props. Like, what? What? Remember when Dirk dropped that song, he's like, yo, this is all props. Everything I say, just can't be used against me. All right, anyway, yo, I slid for them niggas. I got my get back. Check on your crew. We shot you. Like, yo, I don't think just saying people can't use it against you makes it invalid. I don't know. I'm just saying. Okay? Young Thug said, we don't speak shit on wax. 3 lines before, hit him with a Mac. Yo, listen to this. We don't speak about shit on wax. 3 lines before. Hit him with the Mac. Now his whole body's scabbed. I done did for the crew. I did the robbing. I did the jacking. Now I'm full rapping. Last thing almost tried me. Almost got popped at Lennox. Asked the cops. Asked the detectives. What the fuck? You're right. He ain't do it. He ain't say it on wax. He definitely said it on a digital recording. Okay? All right. Defendant Shannon Stillwell. Blah, blah. Okay, let me see. What is all this? Yeah, this is just more bullshit. Look at this. The Kemion, whatever, associate of YSL, appeared in a video on social media wearing a YSL pendant, stating, I can't fuck with you because you told Rat Blood I earned this stain. Okay, cool, whatever. Some cocaine, a little bit of cocaine. What's that problem? Then hear this. More stuff. YSL and YFN again. Associates of YSL engaged in a conversation regarding rival gang defendants, whatever, associates engaged in a conversation of rival gang members disrespecting YSL, to which Garrington responded, fuck them boys. It's okay. So this is where it gets a little funny. See, right around here, I don't know where this is set at. This can't be social media, right? And it's going to get into why I'm saying that. Look at the next one, right? Look at the next one. Defendants Markavius, blah, 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 and Jeffrey Williams, so Young Thug and some other nigga, engaged in a conversation where Williams were discussing a vehicle theft, and Williams directs Huey to tell another, if he don't take it back, he gonna die. Okay. Bingo. This is where I'm talking about. Sounds like a wiretap to me. Don't it? A lot of those other shit was social media. This don't seem like social media. They're engaged in conversation. Right? People. Are y'all with me or no? Sounds like a wire. Sounds like a wire. Tell me if you're not following. I want to make sure everybody can follow what we're talking about. Let me see how we kicking it on is all the streams up? Oh wow. Yo, we going crazy on YouTube. We got 11,000 over there. We got about 6 on Twitch. We're going through this indictment though, people. So this is where I think this is going to come out in discovery. So like they don't put everything out for the people, right? They'll refer to it, and they might have even played parts of it for the grand jury. But in the initial indictment, they're not going to play all their hands. They're not going to tell you how much recordings they have and how many snitches they are off rip, if they're snitches. But you got to read between the lines. You got their conversation. Sounds like this is a wiretap. Let's keep it going. Okay, so this is some more lyric stuff. Let's keep it going. I got some shit for y'all. Okay, marijuana. Hold on. Marijuana again. Okay. This is some cocaine, some other shit. All right, we're keep going. We're keep going. This is the one with the Fox 5. This is the one with Fox 5. So this is pretty much like they've tied this is so you know, I know people saying, well, even I said it like he's kind of Gunna is kind of innocent because he's just caught in the whip. But really, the majority of the stuff that we're seeing is Gunna around Thug. So when there was a bust, Gunna was with Thug. You get what I mean? And because Gunna is such a prominent face, they're making it seem like Gunna's in on all this. But I read through this whole thing, you never hear Gunna talk to none of these other guys and talk about crime. You never hear it. But they're saying, who cares? Because Gunna is rapping about, we on that slime shit. Look, Gunna, Associated YSL, appeared in a video titled Fox 5. Ironic, ain't it? The song named Fox 5 has landed them on Fox 5. What the fuck is the irony? We're in a YSL pendant and a slat pendant with lyrics stating we got 10 100 round choppers. I think that was weak, but still, they're using it. Okay, they got some music again on some song. Look. With lyrics stating free little rod, fuck your squad. That's a fire rhyme. We're from Cleveland. Throw your setup. But where I'm from, nigga, you talk too much, you get wet up. Holy. The ops hate the crew. We getting this paper. We ducking in cases. Slime. Pretty good ad-lib. Free little Shannon. I'ma rock that crew thuggin'. Ain't know about tick. Slime life, young thug nigga. Okay, cool. All right. These guys are busy, getting busy niggas, man. Okay. Then here's an Instagram picture. It's not about the picture. It's about the caption. I can't wait to put a couple slimes on a jet. They're going to really think it's snakes on a plane. That nigga, when he was probably posting this picture, was like, yo, this is a fire caption. The fucking cops was like, thank you. This is going to be fire in court. Then this is a picture where homie's standing on this is wife and Lucci's car. This is Lucci's car right here. This is the guy standing on it. He posted this on Instagram. The guy name is defendant Deontay Kendrick. Associate of YSL did pose for a photo released on social media standing on the vehicle of Rayshawn Bennett, aka YFN Lucci, Rayshawn Bennett being the leader of a rival street gang, an overt act of furtherance of the conspiracy. Do y'all not believe me? The only reason these niggas are indicted is because they're beefing with each other. That's it. They're beefing with each other. That's it. It's not like they're beefing with some random gang with non-famous niggas. There's one famous nigga that don't like another famous nigga. And if you go back to their beef, people say it was over a girl, which is so ironic. Right? Did you hear that? Like, YFN Lucci's issues with Thug comes from like something with the girl. Now you got 28 niggas getting indicted on one side, then this amount. Like, brother, you realize, I ain't trying to say the root of evil is woman, but goddamn it, man. Holy. Let's keep it going. All right. Quantavious received some stolen property when he possessed a firearm, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Some more like guns and stuff like that. But here's some more captions. They love these captions, don't they? They love these captions. Here we go. Defendant Shannon Stillwell, Associated YSL, did post for a photo released on social media caption, "Ain't nothing more compatible than a trench. A carbon while in the trenches." Okay. And by the way, it's clear that your coded language, the cops get it. Like, you know what I mean? Because, like, the cops get this more than me. I know when he's talking about, I think when he's saying a carbon, he's talking about a carbine, like a gun? Like, whatever, nigga. Okay. All right. Defendant, blah, blah, committed felony with taking an iPhone. Okay. I'm gonna get some more interesting parts, right? Hijacking a motor vehicle. Damn, it's all 118 things so far. And we ain't even done. Okay, here we go. It's just so many of them. Okay. So even the day that the guy who shot up Wayne Bus got free, they used that as more reason to put him back in jail. Like, come on, bro. Like, just think about this. Bro, I don't know, like, what's the benefits of being in the gang, but maybe you could say, well, if you could live the life that Thug and them other niggas was living, it's worth it because, like, realistically, the prosecutor's going to try to offer him, like, maybe, like, close to 10, if you ask me. Prosecutor's probably going to try to offer him close to 10. They're going to try to offer Gunna couple of years, you know what I mean? Maybe close to 5, right? Yeah, like maybe you'd be like, nigga, if I'm balling out rich as a motherfucker, of course I'll claim a gang. Like, I'll go sit 5 years down. By the way, when they get out of jail, they're gonna be rich still, like definitely. So it's like one of those things. It's like it's a give and take type of thing. Like, this ain't your regular bum ass nigga who's going to jail. Young Thug's music gonna get streamed more than ever before. He got a bunch of niggas underneath him, which, you know, that's also a thing because, you know, when you get locked up, niggas could get off your label. Like, if you can't provide the services of an executive or a label or whatever fiduciary duties you have that's on contract with these artists, they could get out of your contract because you're locked up. You know? That's just how it works. Unless you set up your infrastructure some way where you being locked up or you being not present is okay. But anyway, defendant Jimmy Winfrey, an associate of YSL, did post for a photo released on social media with the caption, "I'm free." This is when he got out of jail for shooting at Wayne. "I'm free. Death before dishonor." Oh my God. And then the next thing he puts, "Slap Mafia." Jesus Christ. The moment the cops saw that, they was like, he finna go back. Bless his heart. Slap business. Forever young. Goat free. Bankroll Mafia. YSL. Jesus Christ. Then he posted, yeah, this nigga was happy to get out, which listen, everybody should be. "I was locked up, not fucked up. Death before dishonor. Free at last. Bankroll Mafia. Slap business." Holy. Okay, brother. You can use that caption the second time when you get out next time, I guess. All right. Oh, this is great. Yo, this should be like, it's sad. Like, I'm not laughing at none of these guys, but like, this shit look funny on paper, bro. Like, all this shit look funny on paper. Because you got to imagine a white, nerdy lawyer reading this and a bunch of scared jurors like, yo, these, like, also, these indictments, the DA also, they basically said, these are quality of life. Like, you know, usually those are like misdemeanors. Like, they have a bunch of statutes for, like, at least municipal court, where they'd be like, yo, jaywalking or pissing outside. They're like, these are quality of life crimes where, you know, if they allow you to do those type of bullshit, you will run down the community and the community's going to turn to shit. But also them arresting these guys, they're saying that these guys are making these communities just gang-filled spots. So they're getting these guys the fuck out of there, right? So the people who are going to be on the grand jury for the most part ain't going to be a bunch of thugs who's listening to him like, nah, I know what he mean by saying that. He's not really on some shit like that. It's a bunch of scared white people and scared people from the burbs in the woods of Atlanta. Like, oh my God, like what? No, get these guys out of here. You know what I mean? So these things just play out well for, you know, a prosecutor. So defendant Marquavius Huey, associate of YSL, committed a felony offense of terroristic threats when in a conversation. Anytime we see this, when in a conversation with, oh, no, never mind. No. Oh, this got to be in court then. Justice Woodard. Who's Justice Woodard? After Woodard stated she would see him in court, Huey stated, "You'll die if you put the police on me." Oh, that probably is. That might be a girl or something like that. You'll die if you put the police on me. Jesus Christ. When his bail hearing come up, that's the first thing the prosecutor going to read. Your Honor, are we really going to give a bail to a guy who said you'll die if you put the police on me? The judge is going to be like, next. Okay. Okay. Some more lyrics. I read these on my video. That dropped on YouTube. It's up right now. My main page. I want to get to some more interesting stuff. It's just overwhelming evidence. It's just painting these guys to be like, Jesus Christ, you know what I mean? Yeah. All these, you see? Yeah. Oh, bingo. This is where a thug is fucked, if you ask me. Right here. This piece of evidence, because there's much more to come. On a jail call. So what happens frequently when people are in jail, number one, they monitor all your calls, right? But say somebody wants to call from jail, they usually have a list. You give them the people a list, like, you know, because they have these systems in jail you could call from. So you have a list of like maybe 5 people or 10 people, right? And then if you want to talk to somebody else, one of those 10 people you call, usually, you know, you're not supposed to do this. They actually, there's an audio recording that says, I talk to mad people in jail. I don't know why, and I have no friends in jail. But anyway, there's an audio recording that says if there's a third party on the line and this call is monitored, it will get cut. So they're going to cut the call. But you know what happens anyway. Niggas are going to talk to whoever they want to talk to, right? So there's a 3-way conversation. Defendants Marquavius and everybody's charged. So Young Thug is on the call. Jeffrey Williams. Marquavius Huey and oh my God, these niggas' name and Tenquarius? Niggas' name might be Tentacion, bro. The fuck? Anyway, associates of YSL conducted a recorded video call while Tentarius Mender was an inmate at Fulton County Jail. Said call was being recorded. So they knew it was being recorded in the normal business hours, right? And here's the funny thing. During the call, Mender stated he needed something. They're probably talking in code, right? So this is all recorded. Williams pointed to Huey. So he pointed. So Young Thug says, yo, yeah, like, you know, they're probably talking in code. Like he gonna make sure you get whatever, right? And then flashed him the hieroglyphic gang sign. You get me? Like, that's probably the last place. Like, I know people feel like the feds shouldn't be able to have eyes to look at social media, but the last place you should be flashing a gang sign is a recorded video call with a jailed inmate. Hold on. Okay. Then something else they posed right here. Okay, cool. Defendant blah blah blah, Islam blah blah. Okay, cool. I'm gonna get to a piece that was asked by this very smart reporter. There was a smart reporter who asked the DA about something that looks funny in the indictment. I'm gonna point it out myself, and we're just gonna read between the lines of what it is, right? Cool. Remember, this is just mad evidence, right? Again, they're not charged for any of the evidence. They're charged for being in the gang. There's some other charges as it relates to the gang, but, it's clickbait, and, everybody does clickbait, so I'm not really knocking nobody. It's clickbait to say Young Thug is charged for his lyrics. His lyrics is used against him, definitely. But he's not charged for his lyrics, okay? Nor is his lyrics used in context to be some type of confession. No. It's only to give context or add or additional proof that they're gang members, basically. Okay. And that they're thumbing their face in thumbing their nose in the face of authorities, basically saying, aha, y'all can't catch me. Fuck the cops. Yeah, we do all the killing. We the real niggas. We above the law. You know what I mean? That's what they put. That's all like condiments on top of the food. Like, you know what I mean? That shit just, when you read that in court, be like, so you have a bunch of niggas who are doing crimes. They're not keeping it low key. They're on social media saying they beat cases. They beat murders. Fuck the judge. Fuck the law. We above the law. We the niggas. We the best. We kill anybody we want. Okay, great. Thank you for adding that sauce to it. We're locking them up. That's what's going on. All right, let me keep going. This is where I think the Slime Life. I don't really know who that is. Slime Life Shorty, but he got charged too. He got charged. All right, where is it's so much fucking evidence. I'm trying to get to it. Bingo. Oh no. Okay, here we go. Defendant Demekion Garlinton received a communication through social media from another YSL member. You know what that means? They got the Instagram messages too. Okay. They got the phone messages, the Instagram messages. And I guarantee one of these niggas gonna be like, yo, social media snitched on us. No. This is, I don't know if they talked on Snapchat, IG, Twitter, but they message each other. You can just read between the lines. Like, we're gonna see the actual proof of the discovery. Did receive a communication through social media from another YSL member, with Woody, aka Kenneth Copeland, stated they trying to indict us on that body. Nigga, if my friend DM me like, yo, bro, they're trying to indict me on that body, I'm blocking him. Block. Nigga, what the fuck? Nigga, what the fuck just popped up? Nigga, I clicked that shit off like an ad blocker. Like, get the fuck off my, nigga, get the fuck off my, what the fuck? Yo, bro, they're trying to indict us. You know what I responded to? You know what I responded to him? Indict you, nigga. You did it. That's what I'm saying. Yo, bro, they're trying to indict us on the body. You mean indict you? You know you did that, right? Fuck that. Fuck that. You ain't about to say us. Nigga, you done confessed for both of us now. What the fuck? Yo, bro, I think they got us. What you, nigga? Heathen, they got you. I didn't do nothing. Nigga, I would have deleted that shit like it was malware. Fuck out of here. Get off my phone talking about I think they trying to get us. Get us? 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 I would have recorded a message. Hold on. I'm going to tell you what message I would have recorded. I would have recorded a voice note of this. This all would have played. Hold on. Is it this? Oh, yeah. I would have played this message to them. Listen. Wait, you ready? This is the message I would have played. When he's like, yo, bro, I think they're trying to indict us on the body. Us? Nigga, I would have recorded this on a voice message and sent to him.
We're sorry. You have reached a number that has been disconnected or is no longer in service.
Yes. Fuck out of here, nigga. You ain't about to say no us. Holy. Nope. Nope. No. No. Can't do that, brother. I don't know about y'all. YouTube, what's cracking with y'all? I'm just tapped in over here now. How do I even see like super chats and shit like that? Yo, I don't know how to manage this YouTube shit, brother. Let me see. How do I manage? Okay, let me see if I go here. By the way, Twitch, I see y'all hanging in there. You know, if I don't know the Twitch, the Twitch chat is always shown on screen, but we also do kick it with YouTube as well. Yeah, bro, I don't even know how to wait. Oh, here we go. I think I found him. Oh shit. Okay, great. Now I can see our little super chats and shit. Okay. All right, cool. Salute the Phantom, Shaggy, Ack Barrel, and a few other people. B Wavy as well. Okay, cool. Let's just keep going. So clearly they're in these dudes' messages and all type of shit. Like, it's getting spooky. They trying to indict us in a body. Jesus Christ. Nigga, ain't that your biggest nightmare? Nigga, DM you that? Nigga, that'd probably be the equivalent of like, yo, like a nigga call you while he's down at the station, be like, yo, bro, could you tell these cops that we ain't do that shit, dog? Like they trying to say we did it. Just tell them we ain't do it, bro. Just tell them right now, bro. Like, nigga, what the fuck? Why are you calling me? What the fuck? Nigga, I don't even know you. All right, anyway, let's keep it going. All right, they're stealing vehicles. Okay, another, like, communication caught. Man, salute to the wiretap. You know I'm ready to handle the business and go sit down if I got to about any one of y'all on my mama. This is, so by the way, it's safe to say they had Young Thug's phone tapped. Okay? Very safe to say. You're going to see many, and they clearly knew he was the kingpin. They already said he's a kingpin of YSL. They had his phone tapped. And basically, it was definitely of interest for the police to monitor conversations between him and people who worked for him, or not worked for him, but like the gang members under him, because he would be the people giving out orders. And, they were going to capture information, for example, this doesn't really say nothing. It says, I'm ready to handle business and go sit down about any one of y'all or my mama, right? But it basically shows that this dude is a soldier for Thug. Like, he's willing to commit crimes to either protect Thug or protect, like, the name or the gang of YSL. That's what they're claiming, right? Oh shit. My phone blowing up. But you know why it's blowing up? Motherfucking crypto market crashing, man. You know how much money I done fucking lost in that shit, man? Jesus Christ, man. I'm hoping this market go back up, bro. Come on, bro. If Biden don't get Bitcoin back to 70 grand, man, I'm voting for Trump. I'm telling y'all that right now. Y'all don't even gotta ask. I'm telling y'all, man. Bitcoin better go the fuck back up, bro. I ain't even gonna hold you. Like, all my stocks down, even Apple and Google down. Like, huh? What the fuck is Biden doing? Get that nigga the fuck out of here, man. The fuck? Anyway, let's keep it going. Back in the saddle. This is a cool one. Shannon Stillwell and Tonya Sumlin, they posted, suit up, lace up your boots, it's wartime. Okay, that's cool. All right, defending possession of a weapon by an inmate. Okay, somebody had a shank. Okay? All right, we're going to get to more info right now, which is this year. This is why you're going to realize why this case got ramped up a lot. So they've been collecting evidence, especially over the last 2 years, about, like, Young Thug and them. But so remember, they've been tapping Young Thug's phone since 2020 or 2019. But they've been sitting on it. So you got to imagine, to tap somebody's phone and be sitting there listening to calls, you probably have to hire, or allocate certain resources. Like, you got to have 3-4 cops on it that's combing through the info, that's going to be listening to the wiretaps, that's going to be monitoring it, which means they're hoping to get some type of result. This is the result, which is the indictment, right? Defendant, whatever, did pose for, okay, cool. All this stuff is kind of overt. We want to get to the stuff that's a little bit more low key. Oh, here we go. So this is the big one. Remember I told you this guy's name? Defendant Christian Eppinger, associate of YSL, did unlawfully with malice, forethought, with the intent to kill, commit the felony offense of attempted murder upon the person David Rogers, a uniformed Atlanta police officer, while in performance of his duties by shooting David Rogers with a firearm in violation of blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you shot a cop, brother. So, it looked like he shot two cops. Well, I don't know if he shot this cop, but like they're charging for attempted murder with another cop too. Associate blah blah did unlawfully blah blah commit the felony offense of attempted murder upon the person of William Johnson, Atlanta police officer, in the performance of his official duties by shooting he shot at him with a firearm. Yeah. Okay, so David Rogers got shot, and this guy got shot at. Both were cops. Big no. The cops are on you now. Like they're going crazy on you now, right? Defendant Christian Eppinger, possession of a firearm. They're gonna just throw mad shit on this nigga. Like they're just trying to bury him. Look, they're just burying him now. Defendant Christian Eppinger got a YSL tattoo on his face. See? I guarantee Jay-Z and Meek Mill ain't going to no court talking about, yo, y'all can't use the tattoos that niggas put on it. No. Symbolism is gang signs. You know what I mean? They use gang signs, little hand signs, tattoos, and this DA wants to use lyrics too. So fuck it. Christian Eppinger, again, bro, they're just piling shit on. I don't see a way that he's ever free again. This guy right here. I don't see a way he's free again. See, just more stuff with him. More stuff with him. Okay, then here's where it gets interesting. Look. So YFN Lucci getting stabbed in jail? They put to YSL. These are the people who did it. Defendants Khalif Adams, Demikian Garlington, and Jaden whatever, associates of YFL, did unlawfully with malice aforethought with the intent to kill, commit the felony offense of attempted murder upon the person of Ray Sean Bennett, aka YFN Lucci, rival gang member, by stabbing at Ray Sean Bennett with a shank in violation of blah, 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 Basically, what the cops have just confirmed, YSL members tried to kill YFN Lucci in jail. Remember YFN Lucci coming out with a plea like, yo, bro, they're trying to kill me here, let me out. And shit, a lot of people were like, nigga, were you doing crime thinking that you were going to like get a break from jail? The fuck? But shit getting real in there. Feel me? Defendant, blah, blah, blah. He gets possession of the weapon, right? So he had a shank. And then all three of them get the attempted murder. So they're charged with attempted murder of YFN. So basically, you could pretty much say if they didn't realize or if this attempt at the next, because you got to realize, if YFN Lucci gets killed, he's the leader of the other gang that's charged. That case is like, why did you charge all these niggas? Granted, you got those niggas off the street, but you want the kingpin. Like, they want Thug. They want Thug just like how they want YFN Lucci. So if YFN Lucci gets killed, it's like, whatever. So they charge these guys. Thank you for the cheer. I'll read in a second. Say they charge these guys for attempted murder. And then here we go now. Oh, this is just a pennant thing. All right, cool. And they're still, they have a picture of the shank. This is black and white. I can't really see it. Commit the felony offense of possession by a weapon by inmate while incarcerated, Fulton, whatever, with a shank. Okay, cool. Which one? Is this the shank right here? Right here? This looks like it's a sharp thing, right? Can't really see, but it looks like it could be a shank. Okay. Bingo. Okay. So this is where also they get fucked. This is where the cops set up Young Thug. This is I ain't gonna lie, genius. I love Thug. You know, like don't make my tone like I'm just reading this like it's a fucking movie. You know what I mean? I don't really know none of these niggas, and I don't want them to go to jail. But this is what the cops are saying happened. So don't judge my tone and shit. But the cops do set him up here. Defendants, whatever. This is two of the dudes who tried to stab YFN Lucci, associated with YSL, did unlawfully commit the felony offense of possession of a telephone device by an inmate when incarcerated at Fulton County Jail. And they did possess without authority communication to a device with a cell phone beyond guard line. Okay, cool. So basically what they're saying is that 2 of the dudes had a cell phone, right? Cool. Now it's leading up to the next one. Defendants, Christian Eppinger, Antonio, which these are 2 different people though. But you have to think about all this in the hierarchy type of way. Like, I don't know what these guys' street names are, but it look like they're just like, probably just soldiers, right? Defendant, which this guy keep telling you, this name right here, he's the demon out of the whole, like, he shot the cops, he's shooting at niggas, he's the hitter. He's like Harv from Treyway. He knew, like, man, fuck this shit, man. I'm just gonna go out shooting. Okay. He probably got up and was like, yo, I'm about to score 81 like Kobe. Fuck it. You know what I mean? This is this dude right here. Demon. Conspiracy to commit murder by discussing to obtain the permission of Slime to make a second attempt. So here's the thing. Wyatt Lucci gets stabbed the first time. Christian Eppinger gets locked up. That's the demon. That's like, the queso, the fucking, who's the biggest demons? It's like queso. He's like the fucking Harv. He's like the guy who on the street, pure demon. Locked up, still a demon, right? Now they get a conspiracy to commit murder charge because they were discussing how to obtain the permission of Slime to make a second murder attempt. So they want to try to kill Wyatt Lucci in jail, right? While he was incarcerated. The first attempt, okay, so they already talked about the first attempt. Now here's the thing. Okay, so now they bring back, that's what I'm saying. Gunna is not in no attempt at Wyatt Lucci. Like, you don't hear nothing about, like, Gunna is telling niggas to do some shit. Gunna just loves saying slime and slat and fucking doing and throwing up some signs. That's all I see Gunna doing. But Gunna's gonna be paying for it like he was doing some crime. Now, maybe, obviously, there's some other shit that, nobody's an angel, but compared to what they say Thug is in the shit. Thug is with the shits, right? So it's not like, oh, Thug is just caught up with some bad. No, they're saying Thug was taking this bullshit and thinking that he's running the mob. Okay, there's a murder that happened this year. Okay, so there was a murder that happened in March. A rival gang member. Okay. Where's the thing where they set up Thug? Oh, here we go. Okay, and another murder. So one murder here. No, it's the same murder. Murder Shy Melt Drinks. Okay, they just charge these niggas with a bunch of shit. So Quava Mary is caught a body. Okay. Then here, this is a very astute reporter pointed this out, and I realize it's true. Defendants Dechemion and Quantavius, associates of YSL, when speaking over his cell phone to an incarcerated inmate, discuss protecting an incarcerated associate from gang members. Okay, this is not a part yet. No. Okay, so basically they're like, protect each other because niggas get locked up, right? Then also, while speaking over the cell phone to an incarcerated inmate, discussing killing another Fulton inmate who was just attacked. So this is about Wyatt Lucci. Okay, here it goes, too. Defendants, Dechemian, blah, blah, they don't lawfully commit the felony offenses, conspiracy, blah, blah, blah. When speaking over his cell phone, discuss a plan to fly a drone carrying cell phones beyond the guard lines. Hell, hilarious. The drone cell phone gig? Oh, that's lit. The drone cell phone joint. That's crazy. Blah, blah. All right, cool. This is some more shit. Here we go. Kill it. What the fuck? While incarcerated, DeKalb Dorsey orders and directs someone to kill another fellow gang member for disrespecting him and failing to put money on his books after he provides a phone number that he could contact to set up the murder. What the fuck? Engage. Okay. No. Shit, it's up here. All right, I must have like skipped over it. So essentially, what happens? So the dudes who were trying to get permission from Young Thug to do the murder, right, or to kill YFN Lucci, right? This is the second time, right? They're also recorded from that because they got caught with that cell phone, but they also list certain shit from that cell phone that wasn't officially recorded by anytime you call from a jail phone, it's recorded. So the reason why people want to have cell phones in jail now, if you want to be like, yo, man, this nigga's snitching on me, yo, take care of that. Like you want to say it on something that's not being tracked, right? Except this is what was alluded to, and I seen the DA kind of wink at it, like when she was asked about it. So oftentimes when people are locked up, they'll try to get a cell phone in jail, right? And they'll get somebody to sneak it in. Like sometimes a guard, he'll just pay the guard off. It appears that the cops gave them a cell phone that they were going to listen to the whole fucking time. You get what I mean? Be like, yo, so these niggas are trying to buy or get a cell phone in through a guard. So they probably said, okay, take the cell phone that we already tracking, that we got a wiretap on, and let these niggas keep discussing their crimes. You get what I mean? And on one of those conversations, it got Thug on it. It's something about, hold on, let me search it. There's something where it was like, yo, y'all niggas ain't beat him up or kill him yet. Y'all niggas getting soft. Or maybe that was another wiretap. But regardless, the cell phone, one of the cell phones that they're talking about that niggas is calling from in jail, the police know everything going on that cell phone. The only thing that makes sense, the cops are not going to admit to it. It's probably going to be in discovery. The cops are not going to admit to that because they probably do that all the time, which is smart. If niggas are bringing in phones and you think they're in a criminal conspiracy and you get one of the members who who probably are in jail trying to do some shit, maybe kill another rival gang member, or maybe he's one of the bosses who's trying to make instructions to other niggas, you would want him to say all of that on the jail phone, but he's going to be too smart because if he says it on the jail phone, everybody knows. So what you're probably going to see, he's going to get a cell phone. Now, if you just give him a cell phone, right, and you act like, oh no, they snuck it in, right? We snuck the cell phone in for you. Nobody hears you. You hit him with all the charges. He fucking did and admitted to over the phone, which that seems to be the case. I'm trying to look for it. Yeah. Anyway, just it's here like it's about like 150 things. So yeah. They were trying to get Thug's permission to try to kill Lucci for the second time. Every time somebody one of the interesting cases is somebody trying to kill another gang member because the nigga ain't put money on his books. Like, shit. Nigga, if I've been on this slime slat shit with y'all niggas and I get locked up, you ain't put money on my books, nigga, you might have to get clapped for real. Look, while incarcerated, he directed somebody to kill another fellow gang member for disrespecting him, failing to put money on his books. All that nigga needed was probably $300. A nigga will order somebody to kill you for $300 and y'all repping the same gang. This is crazy. Nigga, this ain't like your cell phone payment where, like, you know what I mean? You forget to pay your cell phone bill, that shit go off. You pull up to the store, you pay it. No, nigga, you forget to put money on one of these niggas' books, you dead. It's over. You the ground. Jesus Christ. Yeah, and then these are the counts. So the first count, like, these are proofs for the first count, pretty much, you know. Yeah, this is like, so the first count is just RICO, right? So that's the act, the racketeering act. Then count two, or actually, really, all of this is kind of part of it. Come on, scroll down, motherfucker. Yeah, these niggas. Okay, so there's a murder charge, armed robbery. They're telling you who gets what. Assault with deadly weapon, right? Let me see if I can find stuff that Thug is on, because, you know, we care about Thug. Let's see. And some of these guys look like, you know, no disrespect to them, like they're real criminals. Like, these niggas got a lot of fucking, you know, things, right? Oh, and by the way, just like y'all see, he's not charged again. He's not charged again with shooting at Wayne's bus. So this is a guy Roscoe, who shot at Wayne's bus. He's not charged again for it. They charge him with some other stuff because he already did the time for that. You know, it would be double jeopardy if they did charge him again for it. Let me keep going down. Jesus Christ, it's long. The Christian Eppinger nigga, the one who shot the cops, Briss. Damn, Briss is for real. Jesus Christ, look at it. He takes over the whole indictment right here. Briss. He's just catching all type of counts. Briss. And then, what's this? Attempted murder. Oh, this is for Lucci. And then, Jesus Christ, my eyes hurt just looking at so much of this stuff. Briss again. This is for a conspiracy for committing the second murder attempt on Lucci. Damn, they really wanted to kill Lucci, bro. Y'all would have made Lil Wayne's daughter cry, man. That's her boyfriend. Briss again. Yo, this Briss nigga is a demon, bro. As I said, this one guy, he's on half of the charges. Him and the other guy who killed like 2 gang members or something like that. So you don't even see Thug on most of these counts. Let's see, where's Jeffrey? Yeah. But this is why it's most important right here for Thug, right? Jeffrey Williams, right? So they charge him with the participation in criminal street gang. That's one of the statutes that, kind of associated with RICO. For the said accused, right, between the day of May 2018 and May 2022, occupying a position of organizer, supervisor, or position of management or leadership in a criminal street gang YSL. So they're basically saying he is the leader. He did engage indirectly and conspired in any one of the following acts: murder, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, armed robbery, hijacking a motor vehicle, sale of marijuana, possession of marijuana with intent to distribute, theft by receiving a firearm, possession of weapon by a convicted felon. They're basically saying that some of these things he didn't do. He didn't shoot nobody. Aggravated assault is usually like shooting somebody. He didn't shoot nobody, but they're charging him with, conspiring to shoot people or, kill people, all that stuff. Or they're saying he instructed people to do it. There's probably going to be a shit ton of evidence that's going to come down. They clearly had his phone tapped. Was up in his DMs. Yeah, the feds be up in your DMs more than bitches, bro. So they got all his DMs. They got all, probably hours or hundreds of hours of him on the phone. You know what I mean? And I don't know if these niggas thought they were, being coded. But, when you DM a nigga, bro, I think they try to indict us for the body. Anybody can figure that out. Y'all feel bad for Lucci? I thought Lucci was pulling a Kodak, like trying to just exaggerate, yo, please get me out of here. It looked like they really tried to kill him. Not just say it's a fight that went wrong. No, they tried to kill him. Okay. I'm telling you, bro. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Why it doesn't find it? Oh, and also, yeah, Young Thug is he's pretty much he's just given the leadership position. He's given the leadership position, but really, other than the RICO, he's only technically charged with participating in the street gang. But everything kind of goes together. You get me? For Gunna, Sergio Kitchens, they actually don't even give him count 56. They give Sergio Kitchens, which is one of, Where's he at? Sergio Kitchens. Right here. They only give him count one, which is a RICO. So they're basically saying he was it's the conspiracy to violate the racketeering whatever act. And I think this is the most serious one. I could look up the statutes real quick. So let's look up how much time these people are facing. Atlanta conspiracy, racketeering. Hold on, let me look at my security cameras. I think I heard something. I think they're cleaning my pool right now. Gotta get the pool ready for the weekend, brother. You know my birthday coming up, right, chat? Are the pool people here? Oh, they are. Beautiful. Clean up a nigga's pool, making sure that's all good. Oh, they got the stuff out. Perfect. Yeah, so let me just max sentence. Let me just tell you what they. Okay. So RICO Act explained. 11th Alive, thank you for this. So Georgia's RICO statute is 5 to 20 years. So generally what happens is that unless they beat the case, the minimum Thug and Gunna would get is 5 years. Now, Thug got so many damn arrests. Young Thug, mugshots. I think there's a whole carousel of his shit, you know what I mean? Which usually when you see some shit like this, yeah, this boy got a long rap sheet. So when it comes to sentencing, they're not gonna look at him to be like, maybe he's a good kid that just made a mistake. You're gonna be like, this is a lifetime criminal. Just being honest with you. That's what I'm gonna say. So on the lower end, if you get found guilty, now the only way usually, I'm gonna look into this a little bit more, but when they say you're facing from 5 to 20, minimum of 5, there might be exceptions in Georgia where extreme circumstances where, and it probably is, where the judge could go below the minimum. I don't know if maybe he could go below the mandatory minimum. In the feds, you got to snitch. So if you snitch, you get a 5K1 letter, and taking that into consideration, the judge could give you time served or nothing at all, or give you a year or whatever the case is. That's why I went 6-9, right? Because I think for 6-9, how many years was it? Well, he pled guilty to so many. But I think it was gonna be like 10 or 15. It might have been 15 or something like that. Now, granted, he could have got a better plea if he wasn't gonna snitch, right? But since you're gonna snitch, you just plead guilty to everything, and they're gonna give you a fucking hall pass on everything, right? So that's just how that works. But for Georgia, since this is not a Fed case, I don't know if there's other things that could be done. Let's say they don't beat this case or it's not thrown out, and let's say they either taken a plea. The plea can't be below 5 years. Now, maybe there's some other ways you could structure it. These guys have a lot of money, a lot of fame. We've seen, was that a Fed case? I don't think it was a Fed case. The T.I. case. Remember when T.I. got caught with them on them guns? T.I. caught with guns. I don't know if it was the feds. Oh, never mind. It was feds. What the fuck? My ad blockers, they hating. They hating. Rapper T. Oh, yeah, this was the feds. Holy shit. How did T.I. get out of that shit? Oh, yeah, this was the feds. Fuck. I don't know. Shit. Fuck it. Well, anyway, who knows? Maybe this is one of the situations where maybe the state government says, yo, listen, if you plan to do some fucking Crime Stopper PSAs, if you plan to do some community anti-gang stuff, you plan to do some other stuff like that, donate $1 million. Instead of you getting 5 years, we give you 6 months or something like that, right? I don't know if they cut deals like that, right? This T.I. thing, I think it was pretty interesting. Wow. Because he got 1 year. Let me look at that again. For illegally possessing machine guns. Holy shit. As prosecutors lauded his anti-violence advocacy since his arrest. T.I.'s real name originally faced up to 20 years. Oh, so the minimum on his was probably like 7 to 20. Sentenced at a federal court. As he completed more than 1,000 community service. Damn. They were nice to T.I. The judge asked the prison officials to have T.I. surrender, but not before May 19th. It's like, yo, let that nigga chill till May 19th, then ask him to come into jail. Let him cool out for a little bit. Damn. They treated T.I. like a white man. Holy shit. The rapper, who has a 1998 crack cocaine conviction, made it legal for him to own guns. And he pled on, the silencers. I know this one guy, he's actually on Discord. He has a silencer. And he told me the process of getting a silencer. Like, let me see if I could get him on here. Let me see my boys on here. Yo, Dab, I don't know if you're watching. I don't know if he wants to be known that he got silencer, but I just want to give y'all the details. Where my boy Dab at? Let me see if he's around. Now, the reason why I'm even saying that is like a silencer is like a whole different fucking charge. You get what I mean? Like a silencer is worse than getting caught with a gun. Like way worse. And actually, it is legal to possess a silencer, but the amount of shit you got to go through, you would think that you'd think you'd be like filling out applications and paying money to own a fucking rocket launcher. Anyway, I think he might not be around right now. So good. Anyway, damn, T.I. got off pretty cool, but this wasn't RICO though. This was just an independent gun charge. Interesting though. Interesting. All right. So back to Thug. Yeah. So he's looking at 5 to 20. If you ask me, I think the prosecutors are gonna look at Thug and say, bro, we'll give you 10. Or actually 15. Like, they're gonna try to give him on the upper echelon of it because they're saying he's a leader. Like, you don't call him the leader and then offer him 7 years. Because it's gonna make no sense when you're trying to get the other guys. Gonna be like, but I wasn't the leader. You know what I mean? Like, how are you gonna charge me for conspiracy for murder when you said we're conspiring on behest of the leader and you gave the leader 5 years? Like, nigga, give us 5 too. Right? So I think they're going to probably offer him 15, maybe like he could talk it down. Like, I don't see this going to trial because, they're not going to let these guys out. They're not letting these guys out. There's no way they're letting these guys out. You know what I mean? Like, they're going to be hoping for some high-ass bond. But the reason why T.I. gets a bond, and T.I. paid $3 million in his case, even though it's a Fed case, and sometimes Feds are tough for bond too. But based on everything here, you're going to see like the prosecutors are literally going to paint a picture of, yo, these dudes are calling out hits on people's lives in and out of jail. At least if we have them in jail, we have a better chance of stopping them. You get what I mean? I don't think that they're going to allow Thug to get out. Now, Gunna, I think, probably will get a bond. Might not happen initially, probably some bond appeals, but probably should get a bond. I think a good case could be made for Gunna to say, well, Gunna is not seen as leadership. We have a reasonable case that he's just caught up. He's a musician that got caught up in some of the things that's being interpreted as gang activity or furtherance of a gang or a criminal organization, which is what RICO is. And we have enough resources to make sure that he will show up to court and be out the loop and just give him house arrest or something like that. I think that could work for Gunna. Thug, too many arrests. Too much stuff. He has some other gun charges. Too much stuff, and they're saying he's a leader. I they're gonna say like he got just too much resources to keep doing fuck shit for them to let him out. I think so. I'd be shocked if he got a bond. But who knows? He might get a bond like in a few months. I don't think he's going to be getting a bond anytime soon. He had a first appearance. This is the first appearance right here.
You are here because you have been indicted under 22 SC 182273 for conspiracy to violate the Racketeer Influence and Corrupt Organization Act and participation in criminal street gang activity. I brought you forward so that you can be put on notice that for the felony charges that you receive, you are to be presented before the judge, Honorable Judge Earl Glanville, at the next available calendar that will be presented in courtroom 8F at 9:30 a.m. The date at which you are to appear at this time, I am not aware of. But be aware that you have the right to remain silent and not incriminate yourself while you are there and anywhere else. Anything that you say can be used against you.
This just looks like a lonely feeling right here. It's just, it's also, it fucks you up mentally when you see like your favorite rappers shackled like a hog or a pig and just dragged through a fucking just dense wall halls as they have to sit there and shut the fuck up and listen to a judge decide or determine their foreseeable future. You know what I mean? All that talk is done. That's one of the things where, you gotta, somebody said Thug got some new charges. Really? Let me see. Young Thug. Where's the new charges at? Unless TMZ got it. Yeah. Where's the new charges at? Somebody DM it to me. My faithful people, just hit me on the DMs. More drugs and gun charges. What about Duke and Unfunk? I don't know too much. Who's Unfunk? Somebody said the source is it's all over Twitter. Let me go to this guy's been the lead. Salute to us signed. Okay, here we go. Okay, cool. Oh yeah. No, yeah, these are additional charges they're gonna find. All these gonna get dismissed. Everything here is gonna get dismissed. Okay, so right here. So it says Young Thug's facing additional felony charges after investigators discovered drugs and gun while raiding his Buckhead home. Already, I could tell you that's always happens. You run up in any entertainer, he could have the worst record in the world. Nobody's gonna not have a gun at their house. Come on, like we live in America. If you have beef, you better have a gun at least at your house. I'm not saying drive around with it, but come on, have something at your house, right? What's gonna happen? Young Thug don't live there alone. He probably isn't there all the time. He probably has other residences. This happened to Kodak like a couple years back when he was like, I don't know who else has been up in the house. I don't know who put what where. Like, because I know it's my house, but it's going to be hard for them to prove that because they found a sawed-off machine gun, that it's Thug's. It could be somebody else. And again, that's going to be so hard to prosecute. I imagine these being dropped or just kind of like being dismissed once a plea comes in. But of course, you know what they're going to do right now? What they're going to do right now is just hit Thug with all the fucking, they're going to hit him with every charge in the book to kind of scare like his lawyers and shit like that. You know what I mean? Possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony. Wait, why'd I give him this one? Okay. So they found some weed, right? So after a certain amount, they're going to give you intent to distribute. They found some Schedule 3. Whoa, damn, what's a Schedule 3? Let me see. Schedule 3 substance. What's that? The fuck? I see this shit? Oh, codeine. It's going to be codeine. Clearly. You know, he's off the lane. Come on, bro. What else? Let me see what else. So if you ran up in Thug's house thinking you was that dude, you going to get hit with a sawed-off rifle, a machine gun, or a silencer. For his sake, you better hope you don't got no goddamn silencer, man. The reason why I say not a silencer, once it's a silencer, it's a Fed charge, 100%. Because only the federal government is allowed to issue silencers. You can't, like a gun permit, I could get one from New Jersey or Florida or wherever, what state I'm going to be in. Silencers are controlled. The feds have to issue that. So who knows? And who knows if the feds have looked at this? But anyway, I don't know if it's a silencer because they said a dangerous weapon or silencer. Unlawful for person employed by whatever. What? Oh, okay. So they're saying they found other criminals in the crib too. So he's not supposed to be associating with other criminals. I don't know what the fuck. Whatever. Yeah, they're gonna dismiss all that shit. The big one is really racketeering, right? Racketeering, then this, right? Maybe one of the gun charges, but only one of the guns come back dirty. Like if you got a gun at the crib that kills somebody, right? So if he has a dirty gun at the crib, they're going to tie that up into some other shit. But they're going to just throw these, just like, young boy just has to beat the Fed charge. The charge he caught in California when he was doing the race and the dogs were chasing him, that's going to, it's not going to get dismissed, but it's probably just going to get, like, when you get the plea, because none of these guys are beating the case, right? Like, I think even young boy is probably getting to a place where I don't think he's going to beat the case, but I think the case looks a lot weaker that maybe the government will offer him a better plea. Maybe they're like, yo, you've been on house arrest for like a year. Bro, do another year and you good, right? There's some shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, again, you're just trying to get out as quickly as you can, right? So, and why fight a case when you could get a better deal, right? In terms of waiting and continue your career and being able to move around. So I just think that Thug and them, whatever happens with the two top charges, which is conspiracy to violate the Racketeering Influence and Corrupt Organizations Act and the criminal street activity. So the RICO is 5 to 20, right? And then let me see, participation in criminal street gang activity. Georgia max sentence. Let me see how much that's going to run you. 20 years. Okay, cool. So participating in gang activity, sentence for this is going to run 5 to 20. So both of them are doing 5 to 20. So it looks like, they're going to do concurrent. So he's facing 20. He's facing 20. Okay. Somebody say, you think he does 6 to 10 months altogether? Nah. There's no way Thug could do 6 to 10 months, not when you're charging people for murders. Also, here's the thing, too. Put it like this. Shotty took 15 years. 15 or 10. I think 15. Wait, how much did Shotty get? Shotty sentenced to... Oh, yeah, Shotty took 15. Right? Shotty had a bunch of... He had a rap sheet, though. Like, Shotty had a shooter rap sheet. A lot of assault with deadly weapon, right? Granted, this is federal. Still a RICO charge, but this is federal in terms of 6ix9ine and Treyway, right? With Shotty. And when it comes to Georgia, this is clearly state, right? With Thug. But think about it like this in terms of like time, right? In this case, with Shotty and them, there was no deaths. So there was 0 murders. Nobody got killed. And they said that multiple times to Shotty and everybody else. Good thing you niggas don't know how to shoot. Because if y'all had killed somebody, these sentences y'all are getting would not be this low. So if they're giving out a 15-year, like granted, Shotty shot a couple people, but nobody died. If they're giving out 15 years for niggas who just shot at people, yeah, some people got shot but no one died. Imagine what happens when you go to Thug's case where you're seeing a bunch of murders. Like there's like, you see 4 4 or 5 individuals be dead. Much different. You get me? So if there's 15 years given out for a nigga who the max he had was like attempted murder, on this list is murder and also shooting a cop. If you think he's doing 6 to 10 months, nigga, you must think the police officer's a pussy. Because, nigga, one of them got shot at and the other one got shot. They're not playing around, brother. And these are wait, what the fuck? They redact this shit? So the people who indicted Thug, they left their fucking names right here. Jesus Christ. And this is a public document. They're supposed to redact this bitch. It's a grand jury. Nigga, if this was the mob, they would have found these niggas and clapped them all. I ain't even gonna hold you. That's how they do it. Oh, word? So y'all the reason why we got the charge? All right. Y'all live around here. We gonna get y'all. Why the fuck would they leave this here? You gotta redact the motherfucking thing. I don't know. Now, granted, this is not gonna be the same jury that's in the case. Like, these were the people who listened to all these points and exhibits. They listened to all these points and then they voted. Do you think, based on these rules for charging someone, do you think match the case that the prosecutor presented to these rules for the state? Do you think that they violated? If they violated, we're going to charge them. Y'all vote. And they looked at the votes and they came up with this. Yeah, man. If they ask my ass to go to a grand jury, I'm saying no. Nigga, they just left your name out there, nigga. What the fuck? The state of Georgia and Fulton County, whatever, in the grand juries. Wait, hold on. What the fuck? That shit turned blue. Wait. Oh. Wait. They just left these motherfuckers' names out there. Holy shit. Okay, anyway. Going back. Oh, we didn't finish listening to I want to listen to this here.
Eddie Aguirre, is there anything else that you would need to add? And then I will hear from Attorney Brian Steele.
Judge, respectfully, I think you've already stated that there's not a bond issue. There's not really a first appearance other than you're verifying his counsel, which would handle the first appearance issue. One thing I want to put on the record, Judge, and thank you for giving me the opportunity, is at an appropriate time, we're going to file an objection or notice of objection to Attorney Steele. While he's a brother attorney, he has represented multiple people on the indictment, and we feel that a conflict would exist, and we just want the record clear on that. At the appropriate time, we'll move forward with that.
All right, anything, Attorney Steele?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Thank you so much, Mr. Williams. Your Honor, I do represent Mr. Williams. I've entered or should be entered.
So clearly, as y'all should probably understand, the prosecutor, this is the guy who came out to say he's gonna make sure Young Thug gets off if it takes the last drop of blood, which I'm like, yo, that's how I want my attorney to talk. My attorney talking about it like, yo, he might get clapped if I don't get free. I like that. You know what I mean? But you hear the prosecutor hating already, man. Prosecutor said, hey, Judge, can we kick this nigga off the case? Because he done represented mad defendants and, like, he probably got some conflict of interest. Like, he probably the lawyer who get them out of all their cases. So, you know what I mean? They should keep him on there. What the fuck? Leave that nigga there, man. Give Thug a fighting chance.
An appearance as counsel. My understanding from Uniform Superior Court Rule 26.1
There you go.
H,
There you go.
as in Hillary, that at the first appearance, this honorable court shall consider bond if the offense is not one that is bondable only by a Superior Court judge. I heard what you said as well, but
oh, that's cool. He's working. That boy working, man. He probably getting paid like $5,000 an hour. Good job, brother. He basically so what happened is that this is his first appearance. On many charges, so you get a first appearance, which is usually like you get arraigned, the arraignment is they tell you, nigga, you're charged with fucking peeing on the side of the street, blah, 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 right? And at least for most criminal charges, they give you a chance to petition for a bond, right? If one's not automatically set. And for Thug, they're saying that judge there who's talking to him saying that I ain't going to deal with bond. You got to talk to another judge. And this guy is just basically saying, yo, they're trying to get Thug out of jail, right? So, they're trying to push the bond thing early. They're like, yo, why can't we talk about bail now? Like, so that's what he's quoting.
The offense here is Mr. Williams is only indicted on count 56 and count 1, which is a criminal street gang activity and a conspiracy to commit racketeering. And both of those, I believe, are within your breast to set bond, and I would like bond to be heard by your honorable court. As far as conflict, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. Thank you. And certainly, go ahead, Attorney Steele. I want to make sure I hear you out.
Okay, Your Honor, thank you. And as far as the conflict, Mr. Geary, as well as District Attorney Willis, have explained that to me, and I believe that if they file the right motion, a hearing will be held. And under the law, this is not an actual conflict of interest. It is a potential conflict of interest which can be waived, and I believe that will happen.
All right, thank you. Attorney.
Yeah, so essentially what that is I believe like, for example, Shotty did that to 6ix9ine. So for example, I'm trying to explain it. I think y'all are smart if y'all get it. This guy is basically the lawyer for YSL. He's representing a lot of people. It's weird that the prosecutor is hating a little bit, or not hating. It's a really good strategy. He's trying to get the guy who knows them the best and the guy who's going to do the best job of defending them to get the fuck off the case, which is this guy, right? This guy said till the fucking last drop of blood. Now, he says the conflict of interest, but here's the thing: that's usually brought by the defendants. For example, if me and you get and I'm talking to the camera, right? If me and you do a crime, right, and say we always use the same lawyer. Say I retain the lawyer, so when you get caught up by the cops by some shit, you use that lawyer. When I get caught up by the cops, I use that lawyer. We both get charged for some shit. Now the lawyers only represent me. You could file a motion to say I can't use that lawyer because that lawyer knows too much about you and no other, you guys have had conversations that would make it more, it would make it the trial unfair for him. You know what I mean? So the fact that lawyer is there could make it unfair for other people. The only thing why I think this guy's going to stay on the case, nobody, unless there's a snitch in YSL, would not object to this guy representing Thug. You get what I mean? So they could get him kicked off the case by saying, yo, bro, this nigga did 4 of my gun cases. How you gonna have him represent this one guy? He's gonna use what he knows about me to help bury me, but help Thug. You get what I mean? So, but come on, it's Thug. You know what I mean? And y'all know what this is. It's like Thug gonna pay everybody lawyer fees. So, or at least that's what they're rapping their songs. So nobody should be trying to kick him off. So the prosecutor's jumping the gun, I think.
Still, I certainly understand, and if I were sitting solely as a magistrate, I believe you would be correct with the stating of the law itself. But as I am sitting as Superior Court Fulton County delegated judge, there is specific delegation order for which I am operating under that indicates that the authority to set bail is simply not delegated for any case, regardless of the charges involved, that has been indicted and assigned to the docket of a Superior Court judge, and that is the order in which I am following. And so because I am doing so, I'm not at liberty to do a bond unless I have some additional authority to do so. And at this time, I do not. So unfortunately, you will have to submit your motion for a bond directly to the Superior Court judge that is handling this case, which is Judge Earl Glanville. So,
I will do it, Your Honor.
Right, certainly. So the order of the court on today is that he's been put on notice. He's not gotten a first appearance in that particular situation because he is indicted. He is not subject just to a warrant, and it was not a warrantless arrest. So that is where we stand at this time. Mr. Williams, I'm sure your attorney will reach out to you and give you further indication of what needs to happen in your case. Interesting.
Anyway, yeah, I don't think he's getting bail. I'd be very shocked. It's one of those situations where I think the prosecutor already sounded like a hater. He's trying to get the nigga's lawyer kicked off before the shit even starts. That the prosecutor's a hater. And you got to realize this is somebody out of the office of, and I'm going to play this next. It's somebody, it's a DA, it's an assistant DA to this lady here. I think her name is Fannie. Let's see, Young Thug. Fannie, what's her name? Let's see, Young Thug press conference. Her name is Fannie Willis. This is her right here. By the way, this is a super straight edge judge. Not judge, I mean DA. She's one of the people who were very instrumental in overturning votes, or she stood up to Trump. Remember when Trump was trying to get Georgia to go for him or whatever, a recount, whatever the bullshit is. She was not going for that shit. She was there like violating that nigga in court. You feel me? And one of the things I think people are realizing about Atlanta is that not because you have black faces means they're going to just turn an eye to crime being done by black people. So not because you vote black people in means you could go do crime. Because I ain't going to lie to you. The way she's talking, and by the way, I think the same way in New York. What happens when you get some of these officials that get in power, whether it's a DA or like a commissioner of police or a mayor, and they're black, they could do more things that target the black community where you can't call them racist because they're black. Like, nigga, Eric Adams in New York, that nigga was talking about banning drill music. He talking about bringing back stop and frisk. You know why? What you gonna say to him? He black. If it was a white person, you'd be like, nigga, you racist. With this black lady right here, you know what she's saying? I love Rico. Rico's a tool I love to use. We got to get all these gang niggas off the street. Yeah, like, yo, she is on it. If it was a white man saying this, we all call that nigga racist. Like, you racist. But this is one of the reasons why, like, I guarantee in court you're going to see a lot of white people who are her assistants, but she's the face. The face makes it okay. She has the black face. Now they could do what they need to do without niggas complaining it's racist. Because you know how niggas do. You put Barack in office, okay, we cool now. No, it's the same shit happening. You know what I mean? All her assistants that's going to be on this case, that's going to be like, you know, I don't even know if she's going to be in court doing too much when it comes to this case. Like, you know what I mean? She's the DA, right? She's a DA, right? So her assistants in her office is going to be doing it. They're probably all white. So again, what you realize is when the system wants to get you, they put a black face and go even harder at you. If any white man was in office in New York told me I'm bringing back stop and frisk, bro, the last person who, like, I think Rudy Giuliani had brought that in, nigga, we call that nigga racist. The black dude come back up in there and say, yeah, I think we should probably bring it back. They're like, we can't call one of us. No, most of this stuff ain't really pushed by the face you see. It's being pushed by the people you see standing behind them. All these white dudes.
Criminal street gang.
Okay, so let me just, so this is her. So you see how they do in Atlanta? The commissioner of police is black. Bro, all of the people who work for him are white, bro. The black face just rocks you to sleep. They're getting tough on crime in Atlanta, but you gonna think it's cool because they realize with niggas, you're so stupid, all you need to see is a black face and be like, okay, we straight. No, nigga. Black police commissioner? Or head of the sheriff's office, whatever they call him. Black DA. They're on our side, right? Yeah, all right. Bro, this chick talked about Rico like it was a cheat code. You gonna hear her talk about it. And another black nigga right here. Another one right here, but there's some white niggas in there. All right, come on, let's get to it.
I want to acknowledge.
Okay, yeah, she's a star.
Thank you, Chief Bryant. Today, I'm joined by the Atlanta Police Chief, Chief Rodney Bryant, as well as my sheriff and our sheriff, Sheriff Patrick Labatt. We are here today about a grand jury indictment that was returned that included not just Jeffrey Williams, which is of some notoriety and media attention, but about 28 defendants that operated within our community between the time period of 2012 and 2022. It is our allegation that they operated as a criminal street gang and commence to do havoc in our community. That havoc includes crimes of violence, crimes of thefts, crimes involving drugs. I've made no secret about it, nor any apology, that as the district attorney of Fulton County, my number one focus is targeting gangs. And there's a reason for that. They are committing conservatively 75 to 80% of all of the violent crime that we are seeing within our community. And
essentially, she's saying her number one priority is going into inner city communities or communities where there's a bunch of black people. And she's going to name some of them. Cleveland Ave. And she's going to uproot all the niggas she feels that's doing fuckery there. So her number one thing ain't prioritizing corporate corruption. Her number one thing ain't trying to get, and I'm pretty sure it's on her priority list somewhere, just not at the top. Oh, getting like, people who are defrauding the state government or whatever the case is. Her number one thing is get the fucking gangs. And all the fucking gangs, what they share, and I'm not making this a sympathy because I'm not a gang member. I don't give two fucks about a gang member. So I'm just telling you, sometimes you just need the right skin complexion for the right message. If this was a white woman saying this, we would call this racist. Just be clear.
So they have to be rooted out of our community. I said just a week or two ago, it does not matter what your notoriety is, what your fame is. If you come to Fulton County, Georgia, and you commit crimes, and certainly if those crimes are in furtherance of a street gang, that you are going to become a target and a focus of this district attorney's office, and we are going to prosecute you to the fullest extent of the law. I agree with Chief Bryant. What you see yesterday and what you will see in the upcoming months and years is the result of a lot of hard work by both the Atlanta Police Department and this office. We are proud to bring forth this indictment and hopefully to bring justice to a lot of the community who was victimized through the course you see in this indictment. But more importantly, the most important thing that we are here to do is to keep this community safe. And we believe removing these 28 defendants will keep Fulton County safer. Yes, sir.
The indictment's got Young Thug and a bunch of other rappers. There was one name I was actually expecting to see there that I didn't. That's Jack Harlow.
That's the first fucking question they asked this fucking idiot who's on the side. He basically says, yo, I see a bunch of rappers, but what about Jack Harlow? Atlanta gotta have paid for that nigga to be in the room. What the fuck? What the fuck does this got to do with Jack Harlow? That nigga from Louisville, Kentucky. Huh?
Can you speak to that?
What I'll tell you is that as large as this indictment is, I told my team that let's not be sexy, now let's not overreach. Let's be conservative in our approach, which is always the approach that I take. And in taking that approach, 28 defendants were indicted, and they were indicted for the crimes that I believe were appropriate for this RICO indictment. And so I won't speak to any person that is not named.
These are serious, significant charges. I would imagine you're going to see some pretty serious sentencing here. I know it's early, but can you talk a little bit about the type of sentences they might be facing?
Well, we'll ask on the different charges for the maximum penalties, and there's obviously many people that are looking at life.
She a demon. She said, we're going to ask for max penalties. She want that nigga Thug to do 20.
Under this indictment, you're absolutely right. These are serious times. They're serious allegations. And it is my opinion that violence in our community deserves maximum penalties.
In a recent interview, you said in the coming weeks.
Hey, let me tell you this right now, and this is May 11, 2022. This chick and how she's been moving, she's setting herself up to be the next Kamala Harris. I guarantee fucking it. She's going to be the skin complexion that needs protection, that will gain votes for the black people, but she will be as tough and as rugged as all the white faces. And by the way, I'm not knocking it. I don't do crime. But it was interesting watching everybody dick suck Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris was cutthroat on her come up. You get what I mean? Now she's in office, they muzzled her. They don't want to hear nothing from her. Muzzled. You get me? This chick, she's on a war path to get into politics, if you ask me. She gonna do this, clean up Atlanta for a little bit. All them Atlanta rap groups or rap like little rap gangs y'all got going on. She gutting all that shit out. Watch the next couple of years. Mark my word, at least another indictment coming out before the end of this year. She's getting all them niggas out of there. And you know what people gonna say? Damn, she cleaned up Atlanta. 3 years after this, she's leaving this shit straight into politics, brother. Watch. Straight, like I'm telling you, this is how this shit is set up, bro. This is how this shit's set up. She gotta prove to everybody that, yo, when it comes to shit like this, she's tough. And she's showing you she's tough. She don't give a fuck about y'all rap fame, none of that shit. Y'all do this shit here, we getting you the fuck out of here. The wife and Lucci indictment was a little bit bizarre. But then this one's like, oh shit, she not playing. I think she's indicting at least one more rapper gang out of Atlanta. I don't know who it is, but I think this chick means fucking business. Here's where she has to make sure, she has to like, make sure she wins though, right? She has to make sure that here's this is the comfort level with the RICO charge. Nobody's taking it to trial. Like, she has to make sure she gets some years on these niggas. Because if say this was somehow thrown out, which it never will be, right? This is overwhelming proof. They're not gonna be thrown out. But let's say it would show that she's targeting them for frivolous things and also using lyrics to like pretty much hit job. You know what I mean? Now, it won't. It won't get thrown out. As I said, this shit reads like you're fucking guilty in paper and in a courtroom. But if these indictments against Lucci and Thug were not to work, her career is done. So I think because these are highly public cases. You get what I mean? She's rolling the dice. So since she's behind YFN Lucci and his gang going down and Young Thug and his gang going down, she got to get them niggas years. If she doesn't, and this is why she gonna take this shit personal. If she doesn't, her career is done. Those are two popular rappers who every rapper gonna support in Atlanta. You're not the biggest, you're not gonna have the most fans of rappers right now. And if those dudes, it's proven that you don't have solid cases on them or you can't get them to take years in jail, you're gonna look like a fraud and you're done. No more support from the black community and you can't be used by whatever plan you had to get into politics. It's done. It's a wrap. So she got to make sure Thug and them go to jail for a minute. And got to make sure Lucci go to jail for a minute. That's just the facts, bro.
Months to expect indictments, RICO charges, gang charges. We see that with fear, but this is only focused on the YSL gang. At that time, you used plural indictments. Should we expect more indictments against singular gangs in the coming weeks and months? Is that what you were meaning with that quote?
Yeah, and if you're already aware, we dropped an indictment not that long ago against YFN.
Demon. Yo, YFN, YSL. Who you think is next? Everybody spamming in the chat. Who is next to get indicted? By the way, salute to some people in the super chat over here. Skinner James, thank you for the super chat over there on YouTube. I'm gonna read my cheers on Twitch as well. Somebody said, "Ak, you spoke on the Illuminati the other day." What the fuck? That's some old shit. The hell? Niggas still talking about the Illuminati. Somebody said, "Do you think YSL will beat these charges, especially Thug and Gunna?" I think there's gonna take a plea because just this office is basically like they're gonna do you want to do 20? Nobody want to do no fucking 20 years, bro. That's the point. Nobody want to do no 20 years. This is the reality of it, and this is why, for like somebody like Gunna, Gunna's gonna plea. I don't mean Gunna is gonna plea. The reason why is before this trial actually starts, well, Gunna might get out on whatever. But say Thug, or let's say Gunna doesn't get out for whatever reason, right? This case ain't starting for 2 years. So already, you're going to be sitting for 2 years, right? So cool, you've sat for 2 years, right? And after you've sat for 2 years, waiting for this case to start, the mandatory minimum is 5 years. They're going to just say, yo, bro, just take the 5, I don't know, you do 2 years and then you get out a year on parole or some dumb shit, and then you're good. It's not going to seem that long, you know what I mean? And they'll give you the lowest fucking plea, like for like Gunna. For Thug, I don't think Thug's taking this shit to trial either. Like, what the fuck? They're going to give you 20. If Thug blows trial, they're giving him 20 years. If Thug could get it somewhere below 10, if they tell Thug like 7 years, I think Thug take it. No, now I'm speaking way into the future. Way into the future. Obviously now, everybody we're in this super media. You're hoping that Thug gets out next week and he's back making a first day out song. Like, no, nigga, this is a RICO charge. You know what I mean? Like, this shit gonna be around for a minute. So.
It is certainly a tool that I believe in, which is using RICO. The reason that I believe in it as a tool is it allows juries and the communities to see the complete picture of a crime so they can truly be educated and have facts to weigh when they're making decisions. And so if you're asking, should you expect to see other RICO indictments against other street gang organizations? Absolutely.
Damn. I won't particularly say any names because I don't want to wish no arrest on nobody. But I do think she's prioritizing those level of activity. As I said to y'all before, I don't think Young Thug is sitting in a jail cell. I don't think YFN Lucci is sitting in a jail cell if they weren't actively beefing, being brazen with their crimes allegedly and their actions going at each other on the streets. If they were just chilling, nobody would I don't think she's focusing on that much. But the cops clearly saw, okay, this rival is dropped, this rival dropped. Shooting here, random bystander. Oh, a cop got shot. Oh shit, they're doing a lot. Like, these niggas are doing a lot. You get me? Now, is another gang in Atlanta doing a lot like that? I don't know. Maybe I heard some shit I didn't hear. I don't know. But beefing with another famous nigga is just bad. Now, maybe there's some other gangs that controlled by rappers who are beefing with some anonymous thing. I don't know. But whoever y'all think might be the next to get locked up, y'all guess is as good as mine. But I think there's another rapper that's getting indicted this year through RICO. I already have one, and I won't say the name. This one dude, I think if he don't get indicted this year, the cops must just like his music. I don't know. Like, he's getting a RICO this year. I don't even want to mention the name.
Specific to YSL, with the 20-some people arrested here or named, how big is this gang? Is that a good portion of the gang you're operating in Atlanta? And how long were you investigating them?
If you look at the indictment, the crimes that are alleged within it go all the way back from 2012 to 2022. I wouldn't say that it contains every act of crime that YSL committed. It is a significant gang that operates here in Atlanta, Georgia, and not every member became a defendant within this indictment, but certainly a significant amount did, and certainly some of the leadership, which is what's most important. We're not going to just target the children that are running out at the direction of leaders and not target leaders.
How much did social media, music play a role in bringing this indictment?
Social media is a wonderful tool for prosecutors in every indictment we bring nowadays.
And let's talk about, obviously, YSL. There are territories at Cleveland Avenue, no secret. We've seen a ton of violence, innocent bystanders get hit. So you guys believe that by getting them off the streets, that people in that neighborhood who are living in fear can actually have some peace now?
I believe that people in that neighborhood and at every corner of Fulton County deserve to be safe, even if it is financially lower, socially, economically. I don't think that part of the community should be left behind. Me and the mayor and the police chief have talked about the fact that Cleveland in our community is referred to as Bleveland, that it is somewhere where just violence occurs, where they're marking up territory, it's blood territory. It's horrible. And you're absolutely right. That community deserves to be safe, and we are hoping that this helps to keep them safe.
Let's talk about safety. These gang members are going to be housed or brought in at the same time. How are you and Sheriff Labat working to keep them away from each other in the jail, especially with YSL Lucci being targeted as that came out recently?
Well, I won't step outside of my lane. I am the district attorney of Fulton County. I am not the sheriff. I have great confidence in the sheriff. He knew that this was coming as a law enforcement partner, and I believe that he is well prepared, but you'd have to speak to him to make sure that everyone within his facility is safe.
This
And if that-
indictment means a few, it's not just social media posts, but songs that have been released by Young Guns and others, where it just seems lyrics, evidence supporting the RICO conspiracy. And I'd like you to speak to the First Amendment issues that obviously raises.
This issue's been ruled on by the courts. I knew that that question was coming. I believe in the First Amendment. It's one of our most precious rights. However, the First Amendment does not protect people from prosecutors using it as evidence if it is such. In this case, we put it as overt and predicate acts within the RICO count because we believe that's exactly what it is.
Let's allow Sheriff Levant to answer those questions.
I have one more from Ms. Willis. What's the last time you prosecuted a RICO case? Was that a PS case?
This office? No, since I've been here as the district attorney, I think we've indicted probably 4 or 5 RICOs at this point. So it's a tool I use.
First of all, good afternoon. I believe both Madam DA and Chief Bryant are really raising the level of consciousness in what we're doing within Fulton County, and certainly they deserve our appreciation. With respect to the specific question as to safety and so many people being brought in, we are housing them accordingly to include other facilities. So I encourage everyone to really download the Sheriff's app.
That's a really good question. So they asked the question and say, yo, before these 28 people were locked up, people were already trying to kill YFN Lucci in Fulton County Jail. How the hell you expect YFN Lucci to stay safe or any of the 28 people to stay safe in jail when you're added more people into the same facility? So, he's answering it by saying that they're spreading the people around, hoping that they don't create a bunch of numbers or, have incidents. I think that's going to be a tough job. It's 28 gang members. A lot of them have a lot of power and a lot of, resources. And some of them are targets.
You want to know specifically where individuals are, and you'll be accommodated accordingly.
Sheriff Levant, like as I dug into the indictment, there was an element of it where they were talking about Octavius Greer communicating with an inmate, where the inmate had a cell phone that was confidential. But
All right, this thing ain't talking about shit, really.
that you had been, or that all of you had been monitoring that conversation.
Yeah, I don't know if y'all can hear it. This is where the reporter is being smart. He says, how are y'all monitoring the conversation on the dude's cell phone that was illegally obtained in jail? So pretty much he's hinting like, did y'all give him the cell phone? Listen.
As to safety and
Right
so
here.
many people being brought in, we are housing them accordingly.
Listen.
To include other facilities. So I encourage everyone to really download the Sheriff's app if you want to know specifically where individuals are, and you'll be accommodated accordingly.
Here we go.
Sheriff Levant, like as I dug into the indictment, there was an element of it where they were talking about Octavius Greer communicating with an inmate, where the inmate had a cell phone that was confidential. But it was clear from the indictment that you had been, or that all of you had been monitoring that conversation. Like, it leads me to ask a question you're probably not going to answer. Was that cell phone deliberately given to an inmate so that those conversations?
Was that cell phone deliberately? So basically, I don't know if y'all can really hear him. He says, listen, I was looking at the indictment, and one of the things y'all mentioned is a conversation that was monitored by an inmate who used a cell phone to speak to someone else. By the nature of y'all knowing what that conversation was, how did you know what that is? Now, there's 2 ways, right? Maybe they tapped the other guy's phone, right? Or this guy's saying, how did y'all know it was through some illicit? Well, they could probably prove like the nigga was in jail. So the only way you could talk to him, and if he's in jail, he got to have a phone, right? But they're asking him, did you plant that phone? Did y'all give that phone deliberately knowing he was going to talk? And this is the guy's answer, which I think gives it away. This is I forgot what this guy's like position is.
So I did have an opportunity
See?
to read your
Op-ed.
editorial that you posted in the Buckhead blog or whatever it was from that perspective. And so you're right. I'm not going to answer that.
So he basically says no comment. I think that's smart. That's a good setup right there. Look at this nigga in the back. He's smiling like, duh. Of course we gave the criminals the phone. And we gave them the phone that we tapped. Duh. Look at this guy's face. You can tell. Set up. Damn, how could you trust a random phone if you're in jail? That might just be the setup. Like, if you get a phone in jail, you just can't, no matter what phone, you can't talk criminal activity, especially if you're in jail. You got to assume people will listen to. Like, yeah, you get a little cell phone, you call your bitch. I know some people FaceTime in there, you know what I mean? FaceTime your girl, maybe she plays with her pussy, get a little, jerk off real quick or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Call some other people, talk some business, call your homies, you know what I mean, just to get your mind out or whatever. That's cool. But to discuss crime? Nah, hell no. I ain't gonna lie to you. Of course, I'll never mention their name. I had 3 niggas who they gonna be locked up for a while. They call me like they're in jail. They call me and it was like a regular ass number. I picked up, I'm like, hello? Like, yo, it's so and so. Like, I'm thinking like, yo, okay, this is a fan. It's like, nah, bro. It's my cell phone. I'm in jail. I'm like, low-key, I felt like that nigga was trying to set me up. I'm like, what the fuck? They was like, no, nigga. Nigga, we got phones in here. We got everything. The nigga told me he was playing like PS4, not 5. He was playing PS4. He was like, yeah, nigga, we got everything. He was like, we got everything y'all got outside in here. Cause he was like, yo, nigga, in jail, like nigga, I'm a big nigga in here. Like, nigga, respect me. He's like, yo, we got everything y'all got out there except like pussy, but we could get pussy when we want it. I'm like, I ain't bother even asking no questions. I was like, okay. I kid you not. I promise you that happened. Nigga, I was in shock. Because usually when I talk to people who are locked up, you hear, this is a call from the blah, 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 community correction facility. This call is going to be monitored, blah, blah, blah. And then every time when you're talking to them, like every couple of minutes you hear, this call should not be, it's illegal or not, or it's prohibited to add a third party or whatever. If you're called, it will, all that type of shit. But this nigga called from his cell phone. And they were like, yo, you want to FaceTime me? I was like, nah, I'm good. Sound good. So I was asking him, nigga, how the fuck you charge it? It's like, yeah, like it was giving me the whole system. I'm like, damn. All right, bro. The funny part about it, the nigga was like, yo, that's really me on the gram. Cause like he locked up with his gram active. I'm like, wait, that's really you? That's me on the gram, nigga. I said, oh shit. I said, oh shit. All right, okay, cool. So basically, Young Thug and his crew, they're cooked. Sorry to tell y'all. They're cooked. I'm gonna be realistic. I know we all love Thug, but this is just what it is right now. I am hoping that Thug doesn't do over 10 years. I'm hoping that he gets a reduced plea. To sit here and be like, oh my God, he's gonna just beat this case is being delusional. Perhaps we could possibly hope for bail. Maybe he could give us a lot of. He records quick. He's gonna have to sit for some time. Record enough music to keep us good while he does do some time, and hopefully he's not that long. Hopefully he's closer to 5, more than 10 or 15. Yeah, for example, I ain't gonna lie, like when I interviewed Fetty Wap, like Fetty Wap kind of knows he's gonna go to jail, bro. I think he's in the I'm getting my fears and orders type shit, and like it's not just it's just an acceptance. Like, bro, you're not about to fight this case and win it. Just figure out some shit, try to get the least amount of time, whatever. Same thing when I interviewed Omi with the Hellcat. Like, he's like, he's gonna do something. He's not trying to do too much. He's just trying to get his affairs in order, which it is what it is. All right. Well, this is part of. I guess somebody ruined my motherfucking Somebody ruined my my Meg the Stallion thing because I have some documents I have the official police report that was filed the night of, and in the subsequent days of evidences that was given to the prosecutor. This was also in the discovery. No, it was not given to me by Tory Lanez. Other people clearly have it now. By the way, this was given to me 100% by Meg Thee Stallion's people. She got a leak in her team, and they gave me the police report. Now, the police report, I'm going to reserve comment on it, even though I'm going to get into it in a longer video and my podcast. But let me Google Meg Thee Stallion, Tory Lanez. Yeah, Meg. You gotta start looking at the people around you. They're sending me shit about you. They're asking me if I want to see your text messages. I told them I'm good, but trust me, those people, bad. Okay. Now it looks like what people are going off of what this person is saying, which this is true. This is true right here. Let me just bring this up. It kind of popped off on Twitter. I have the full document, but here we go. Let me bring it to this. Cool. So somebody named Milagro Grams, which I think is like a Nikki account or something like that. I don't know. It says, a portion of the official police report from the Meg Tory situation reveals that Dr. Lafredo treated Meg for a laceration to her left foot. Also states that the same doctor confirmed that it was due to stepping on glass. Okay. Now, this is a part of the police report right here. I'll read through it, but I have to tell you that this gets a little bit more complicated. That's why I had this already. So, and salute to my boy Myron. If you guys watch his channel, Fed It, he was really early on this, and he shared the document with me too. But when you look at this document and a few others, you realize that there's much more to be said. That's why I didn't tweet about it, because I know Meg would be like, no, this is not true. So in this case, right, it says that there wasn't bullet fragments found in her leg. It was glass, right? But then in another situation, it says there was. So just because I don't know how far this police report followed it up to and how much of her, hospital visits were all documented, right? Clearly the first one was documented, but who knows? So, I don't want to, people like Meg, they really think I have something against them. I want the truth, right? And also I don't like the fact that she played with me, but I'm not going to lie on her. So that's why I didn't tweet it out or nothing like that. Anyway, I'll click on this and I'll kind of read it. This is a part of a police report. I got the full thing from because it's in Discovery. I got it from one of Meg's homies, and it says my partner admonished Harris. I don't know why they say admonished. I think they mean questioned and all that stuff. Harris is, I believe, Meg's best friend. She responded yes, yes, and yes. I think these yeses are basically to say I'm down to speak to authorities. When Tory, in the police report, when they asked Tory did not play around. Tory said, "Can I speak to a lawyer?" Facts. He says I'm not. He said I'll be comfortable to speak to y'all once I get my lawyer here. Okay. He ain't answered no questions. The two women, they're panicking, and the driver. The driver kind of talked a little bit, but this is Meg's former best friend. He said if she wanted to talk about what happened, she says I really want someone to represent me. Oh, she kind of said get someone to represent me too, right? Yeah. Which this tells me she might be I don't know. I don't want to say she's involved. Anyway, investigation, blah, blah, altercations. So what happened is an altercation between Pete and Harris. So that's Meg and her best friend. This is what the police report on the night of. July 12, 2020, approximately 4:30 in the morning. That's 7:30 New York time, a physical altercation. So indeed, Meg and her best friend were fighting, like cat fighting. On this particular street, an unknown suspect fired approximately 5 rounds. We previously thought it may be 1 or 2. Apparently it was 5 rounds. Apparently they fired enough rounds out of the gun slide locked back. If you know anything about a gun, when you empty the magazine, in most guns, it will lock back in a position where people usually call it cocked back. And when it's locked like that, it means there's no more bullets to enter the chamber. It cannot be fired until it's reloaded and cocked. Cool. So there was 5. So about 5 shots. Peterson is Tory. Smith, the driver / security. Pete is Meg the Stallion. Harris is the best friend. Okay, so you know all the characters. There's 4 people. I've always told you there's been 4 people in the car. It's not 5. The driver is also the security. The driver has a concealed carry permit, did not have his gun on him. However, he's going to take responsibility. I'm just telling you how this is going to play out. He's going to take responsibility for this gun. And if anything, he gets a gun charge, which is going to be a slap on the wrist for him, right? Because he does have a thing for carrying, a concealed carry permit. So he's not going to really get too much trouble. So even if it's Tory, he's going to take responsibility. Secondly, the reason why they gave it to Tory, I thought was mostly because Tory has the name. However, it appears that the gun, which was, they should describe the gun here. It was like I think it's an orange color gun or something of the sort. The gun was beneath Tory's legs. And if Tory sit on the seat, because his feet touch the ground, I don't know. Anyway, I'm making a joke. Anyway, the gun was on the passenger side of the front seat where Tory was sitting. So it was in like his little box in the car. So yeah, if the gun is by your foot, you're going to assume it's yours. We're not going to think it's the person in the back threw it over there, right? Which clearly means, either somebody put it there or maybe Tory put it there. But I told you already what's going on with the DNA. They can't really prove is that whether or not he touched the gun, right? In terms of DNA, and they definitely know he didn't load the gun, right? Which that's one of the reasons they're trying to say it's not his gun, right? If it was his gun, you'd find his DNA that he loaded it, right? But there's no DNA from him in loading it, right? Which is it's the report on DNA is inconclusive on the gun. So his DNA on the gun inconclusive. On the actual magazine, it's not found. So there's 0 DNA from Tory Lanez on the magazine of the gun. When you're loading the gun, this is a gun. You hold the magazine, you put it inside the gun. Your DNA would get in on the magazine unless somehow you happen to get rid of it or got lucky, or it's pretty much you're not gonna get lucky. But it's no DNA found there. Is his DNA on the gun itself? Which means did he hold it at all that night? Who knows, right? Because that's conclusive, and in court, fucking conclusive. You need to prove it, right? So yeah. So 5 rounds, they entered the black Escalade and fled southbound on this street. And based on Peterson, which is Tory's seat position and the position of the firearm, Peterson was the last person to have constructive possession of the firearm. We could Google what that means, but constructive possession of the firearm means, from what I've seen, let me just Google this shit before I start lawyering y'all down and I don't say something. Now I realize niggas they're looking at me like an attorney. So if I misspeak or I say one word out of, oh my God, right? Constructive possession definition, right? Let's just read it here. And this is from Cornell Law, in case any of these fucking lawyer niggas who get mad at me. It's from Cornell Law. Constructive possession is illegal possession of an object, even if it's not in the person's direct physical control. Often used in criminal law for prosecutions of possession crimes, such possession of illegal drugs. Generally, for a court to find that a person had constructive possession of an item, the person must have had direct knowledge of the object and as well the ability to control it. So if the gun's in between where Tory's legs would be or on that floorboard, they were saying it's pretty much impractical that somebody behind him would be able to access the gun or use it or touch it or whatever the case is without them doing something that's unnatural. It would be close. It would be more likely that Tory did it, right? So that's the constructive possession. So now we got that, and I hate to have to do that, but these fucking weirdos these days, it's like, really Megan, I'm like, oh my God, like, how does Akademiks know this? Is he a fucking lawyer? No, nigga, I could fucking read. All right, cool. Back to this. And by the way, this is part of the real police report. Like, I got the whole thing, but this is part of it. Okay, cool. Arrest. So Daystar Peterson was placed under arrest for having a concealed carry in a vehicle. Okay? This is kind of where, if this was Florida, he wouldn't have been charged if the gun was in the glove compartment. But the way they describe where the gun was at, the gun was, listen. Oh, okay. There's another page that describes the gun. Like, that's why I know the color. There's another page. But yeah, if the gun was in a gun compartment and you're in Florida, you could legally carry a weapon. If you're, well, not Tory can, because Tory's not allowed to have a weapon. But if you legally have a gun, you could carry it. I don't think you could have one in the head though, but you could carry it in your glove compartment. Anyway, without a permit, without a concealed carry. Concealed carry in like Florida is walking around with it, right? But if you're driving, yeah, you can have it. In New York, you can't have a gun nowhere on you. You can't have it in the car. First of all, if you have it in the car, you have to be driving through New York. You can't stop at all. If you're having it in New Jersey, unless you have the proper permits, you got to be driving into the range or driving it through it. Can't stop at all. Ammunition got to be away from the gun. All these things. If it's not, you're gonna get charged. Same with California. You could have a gun transporting it, but it has to be separate from the ammo and the magazine. All type of weird shit. Which means, yeah, I'm just giving you a little bit of education. Okay. All right. Okay, so you got violation for carrying a concealed weapon. As I said, what's most likely going to happen here, if you ask me, Daystar Peterson K. Tory, his security guard is going to take this. The security guard is going to say, it's my gun, I threw it over there, right? Now, he's not going to say it initially. You know why he's not going to say it initially? Because the gun was fired. So if you just say it initially, they're going to look at you to say, oh, so you did the shooting, right? So it's gonna get brought up, but that's something to address Tory. So if Tory beats the "did you shoot Meg" thing, if he beats that, he's gonna beat this too, right? Because his man's is just gonna say, "Oh, it's mine," right? But of course, that's gonna depend on who did the shooting and was she really shot, right? Okay, cool. Let's keep going. So he got arrested. Injuries: Smith, Peterson, and Harris did not complain about injuries. So that's the driver, Tory, and the best friend did not complain about injuries. It looked like Meg caught a case of the beast. Yo, Meg's like 6'3". Well, actually, let me not say that because she said she got shot. But according to the police report, they were fighting. I don't know who won the fight. But look, I'm just only quoting the police report. Physical altercation. Look, remember, physical altercation between Harris and Pete. That's Meg and her best friend. All right? Cool. All right. Back down here. Pete, which is Meg Stallion, was transported to Cedars-Sinai Hospital and treated by Dr. Lafredo for lacerations to her left foot. Dr. Lafredo confirmed lacerations due to stepping on glass. Okay? And this is where people have now ran with this narrative to say Meg stepped on glass, right? Which that is true. There was glass found. The reason why I didn't tweet it out, I'm going to tell you why in a second. There's some evidence that's also included, and there was a bunch of suspension shell casing. There's a pendant. I think there's a yellow umbrella pendant, which they believe is from Tory. Anyway. Cool. So can we conclude that she stepped on glass? No. I can't conclude that. The reason why is that page 6 obtained more information, which is not in the police report we see. It's in some other documents that's in the discovery, and I'm working with Meg's homie to get that as well, okay? So, if you go back to, and sorry for the graphic image, people, April 25th, 2022, this is the medical details from the shooting and the bullet findings, right? So, doctor found 3 major bullet fragments, blah, blah. In July, a medical report exclusively obtained by page 6 reveals. Now, let me tell you why there's a discrepancy, because nothing in that police report said bullets, right? And this is why I didn't report it. Initially, the doctors, because Meg told the story, which is a lie, that nothing happened and that she heard gunshots, but she told him she stepped on glass. They weren't looking for bullets, right? But she was complaining of pain, right? Initially, the report is written up to say, well, we don't, like, they didn't see bullet wounds, nothing on her leg. I'm sorry, I got to show this again. It doesn't look like a bullet wound, right? So the doctors believed her, right? But what ended up happening is that on subsequent looks at her, they then find that there's bullet fragments. So I don't want to say it's a lie that there was bullet fragments. From what I'm hearing, there was bullet fragments. Now, do I have the official discovery? that shows this? No, I'm going off of what page 6 is saying. When I get the discovery of that, and I will get it because Meg Thee Stallion's friend is really good to me, I'll let you guys know about that. But here it goes. Doctor found whatever. Okay, cool. The report notes that she was alert, oriented, breathing comfortably at the time of the admission. She had a visible small wound to her posterior ankle with no active bleeding, whatever. Through the report, Megan appeared to withhold information from several officials about how she sustained her injuries. Yeah, they were trying to figure out what. She just said, I stepped on glass. She told authorities she was walking at a party, heard a loud noise, and ran away. The medical report stating, adding that she had thought she stepped on glass. This is how it looked initially. A photo of the rapper's foot shows she sustained serious injuries after the alleged July 2020 shooting. The emergency department noted that Meg was asked repeatedly about her injury, but she stated she never heard a gunshot. Initially, she didn't even believe that there were bullets present. However, the report states that initial x-rays show bullet fragments in both of her ankles. Now, see, that's where it gets dicey. Because if initial reports say there was bullet fragments, why isn't that on the police report that we're reading? Right? Cool. This is another picture, which I think this is an exclusive picture from page 6. It shows, I think, her injuries kind of cleaned up a little bit, or maybe the other side of her foot. Right? This photo, including the medical report exclusively obtained by page 6, shows a close-up of Meg's injury on the back of her foot. An insider exclusively told page 6 on Monday, Meg told the doctors the full versions of the night events as they discussed the prospective of surgery. Okay, cool. So now this is making a little bit more sense. At first, they think she stepped on glass. They're writing it up as they kind of see it. They're thinking when they probably think bullets, because they do hear that she's been transported from an incident where there were bullets fired. So they're looking at her injuries to see if it's consistent with her being shot, right? This thing is 6ix9ine called me. I gotta tell him I'm on stream. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, this nigga 6ix9ine's called me over and over again. Hold on. All right. I told him I'm busy. I told him I'm on stream. I don't know what he's talking about. Yeah. Anyway. All right. Cool. Insider says. So I guess they look at her and be like, "Yo, there might be some shit, right?" So they probably do an X-ray, right? I don't think the X-ray just initially tells you it's bullet fragments. Like, you know what I mean? You probably would need a little bit more, I would believe. I'm just using my own brain, right? I think they start kind of telling her, like, yeah, something's lodged in your foot. And she probably realized lying is just not the way to go. So she tells him, like, yeah, like someone shot near me. Because now they're telling her, like, yo, there's something in your leg. We might have to take it out because we can't get to it. We might have to do surgery. When people start talking about doing surgery on your body, your lies will cut the fuck out. Right? She's like, no, nothing wrong with me. No. Like, nah, just stepped on some glass. Bitch, we're going to have to do some fucking invasive surgery, and you won't be twerking for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 months. Listen, this looks bad. You'll be like, oh, no, let me just tell you the truth, and then y'all can tell me what we could do. Right? So they told the doctor the full version as soon as they told her about surgery. Ain't that a bitch? She was like, I ain't snitching on nobody. Surgery? Oh, hell no. That nigga shot me. Cool. As a result of the surgery, 3 bullet fragments were saved, packaged according to standard protocol, and passed off to the proper authorities. Okay? So there should be bullet fragments. I'm waiting on the documentation of that. That is also part of the discovery. And from what I'm hearing, Meg's homie is going to, passing that off to me this week. The reports also state that tiny fragments of the retained missile that were deemed too small to attempt to be retrieved, meaning parts of the bullet still remain in her feet to this date. She was discharged from the hospital the 16th. When did this happen? This happened? Wow. So this, look, so this is why it happened, right? See? She got brought to the hospital the 12th. She got discharged from the hospital the 16th. So you could tell there was multiple tests, multiple people looking at it. The first doctor who looked at it, this is why the police report look like that. So the police are just trying to type up their report. She gets sent to the hospital. They probably call down to the station, or they probably go down there like, yo, what's the deal with this? The first guy who looks at it, who Meg's lying to, says, yo, she stepped on glass. Now, here's the thing. I believe, me personally, this is Akademiks thoughts, both could be true. I believe there are bullet fragments, and I believe she did also have lacerations via glass. I think she had bullet fragments, and I think she had glass also lodged in her legs, in her feet. That's the thing. Both could be true. Where did the glass come from? She probably kicked out one of the... I heard she cut herself while kicking the glass of one of the cars. Because she was like, she wanted to get out of the car. That's what I heard. I don't know, right? So I think both could be true. But I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, no, there's no bullet fragments. Again, I'm the most unbiased person in this situation, not because I see a fucking police report, which I have the full thing. I have much more documents than that. I'm not going to take that and be like, oh, no, she's completely lying about that. Nope. Because you know why? When the document come out about the bullet fragments, I'm going to look stupid. And I don't like looking stupid. Nah, I'm not Tashke. Anyway, yeah, cool. All right, so yeah. So basically, what we have is two people that disagree with each other. The first person, which is the Dr. Lafredo. Dr. Lafredo is the other person who looked at her later and did the I can't talk. That did the x-rays is someone different. So that's completely someone different than Dr. Lafredo. So it's just two different opinions, and someone found something that the other one didn't find. It's just like, yo, if you go to your doctor and you just lie to your doctor might not do their due diligence in checking you as how they should. But what happens is she's in a hospital. They're keeping her there. Somebody comes to look at it and says, hey, yo, oh shit, yo, we got the x-ray results back, and yeah, fuck, there's some shit in your leg. We're not too sure what it is. It could be glass. It could like fuck you up later. We might need to do some surgery. This could be really bad. You probably told some shit. You can't, maybe if this doesn't go right, you might not be able to walk again. Fuck that. She probably just tells him the truth. Nigga, that what really happened, what you seen there, there gotta be bullets because I got shot, or a bullet flew next to my leg and broke apart. Some of it went in there. So, oh, okay, all right, cool. Let's see if we can try to get that out. They got two of them out or three of them out. One of them, or like two pieces that's very minuscule, they're like, we can't get to, but at least you're good. She leaves the hospital like 3 days later, 2 days later. She get out of there. Then she sees Tori, who's now fucking defending herself and defending himself, and people looking at her like she was in the cahoots with them, and she just came out and said, fuck that, I'm a victim. From what I heard, Meg was, she was at being pressured to by, she had a lot of brand deals, and these brand deals, initially when the story was reported, it made it seem like Meg was part of some criminal activity with Tori. So she needed to get to the victim side because she got brand endorsements and all other shit. She said, fuck that. Nigga, I'm the victim. She's like, she declared that. I'm the victim. Whoa. Stop with all this reporting. Remember how people were reporting when she just came out? Like, yo, stop with all that reporting. I'm the victim. I'm the victim. Matter of fact, y'all believe I'm the victim? Tori shot me. That's how it goes. Yo, salute to everybody on Twitch for all the resubscriptions. Ravka, Ooh Wavy, I see you. Nunez Boy, I see you. David P, the investor. Somebody say, yo, Fannis is definitely gonna run for governor of Atlanta. Who's governor right now? Or governor of Georgia? Is it a black lady or a black person that's a governor? She might be able to do mayor or something like that, right? Somebody said, yo, you had 15K on YouTube, did we? Holy shit. We got like humble 12 right now. So good. Thank everybody for tuning in. As more information comes about this, I'll go live the same way and just kind of give you out all the info that we have on everything. Enzo Kubrick, thank you for all the gifted subs. Salute to you. And these are from way back. All right. What else did I wanted to touch on? There's a few other things I wanted to touch on. Spam whatever y'all wanted me to talk about real quick. We made it past the 3-hour mark. Somebody said, so who shot at Meg then? Bruh, I feel like everybody's trying not to say the name, but I think people. I think there's two things, right? So somebody shot a gun, right? That's the all right. Even if Meg ain't get shot, who shot the fucking gun, right? Because whoever shot the fucking gun is probably gonna be the one we're gonna blame anyway, right? I think two things. I think the best friend was trying to shoot Meg. That's what I'm gonna be honest. I think the best friend was probably just trying to shoot Meg. They all drunk. I think Tori or somebody was they were wrestling with the gun goes off, the bullet hits the ground, because if you're trying to shoot somebody, you're not shooting the fucking ground, you know what I mean? I think the shit splits apart and she gets hit a couple times, or hit once, I don't know, whatever. But yeah, I don't know. Somebody fired that gun. I don't think it's a security. I've always maintained Tori is going to be fucked if he thinks, let's say the truth is he fired the gun, or say it went off by mistake while he was holding it, and his thing is, well, I didn't shoot you, the gun shot the ground. Nigga, it's women. So if the bullet never hit Meg directly, but it hit somewhere near her and some fragments hit her, you know how it's going to be perceived. You shot her, nigga. You might as well gave her a leg ass, nigga. You know what I mean? You're going to get blamed like you gave her a leg ass. Like, if you pulled the trigger, I'm telling you, the smoking gun here would be, if they have a footage of Tori even pulling the trigger, niggas don't care no more. It's over. It's over. I just don't. I believe you got to remember the GSR report, which kind of showed gunpowder residue and all that type of shit. I think they didn't find it on Tori, or it's on the best friend. What does that mean? When you fire a gun, there's gonna be gunpowder like in and around the area, and especially that as the bullet goes out the fucking thing, and the cartridge gets ignited. There's gonna be gunpowder and kind of like some mist that kind of like gets released. If you ever go to a range, that's why after you finish shooting guns, you gotta wash your hand with like this like soap that usually it takes lead and other like metallic substance that might be powdery. It cleans you that way. You can't just use Dove soap, right? The GSR report on best friend of Meg actually shows that she had residue. So how could she have residue? She had to be very close to that gun being fired. Now, did she have it in her hand? We don't know. But if you have the residue on you, you were probably behind or to the side of that gun being fired, right? Now, if in my head I'm thinking about it, they've been beefing, her and Meg was just fighting. Who knows? Maybe Meg gave her the beats. Like, Meg's like 6'9". Like, come on now. Meg's like 6'10", like Diesel. Meg might have been beating her best friend's ass like a motherfucker, choke slamming her, DDTing, you know what I mean? Doing all type of shit to her. This chick is emotional now. Meg just whipped her ass and fucked her nigga. Like, she might just reach for the gun. I don't know what the fuck happened, bro. I'm just trying to tell y'all the truth, dog. Like, I don't know what the fuck that happened. I mean, it's like, yo, Meg just gave this bitch an RKO, man. Like, she emotional. She fucking reaches for the gun. Somebody goes to grab her head, like, yo, chill, yo, what the fuck is you doing? Like, you know what I mean? Gun goes off. You feel me? I don't know. Bro, I don't know, bro. I don't know, man. Oh, that's a Kendrick Lamar album cover? Which is the album cover? Oh, shit. Oh. Yo, chat, I've been running my mouth over here so much. Shit. Fuck. Oh, my God. Yo, chat, a hour and a half ago, my label Connect, right, hits me and says Ak. But they didn't, like, I didn't see the parent advisory thing on it. They sent me this picture. They said, yo, I'm giving you the exclusive to tweet out Kendrick's album cover. But I ain't gonna show you the name. They send it to me, and because I didn't see that, I'm like, why the fuck you just send me a random picture with Kendrick and a kid? But it's his album cover. So I could have had the exclusive an hour and a half ago. He tweeted it out 45 minutes ago. All right. Lost opportunity, so good. Chat, I was running my mouth so much, man. I blew the opportunity. Could have broke the big Kendrick news. All right, let me put it on my social media now. Kendrick Lamar next album cover is here. Is it a classic already or nah? Yo, chat, you ever read my captions in my voice? This is how I really write a post. Here we go. Kendrick Lamar next album cover is here, people. No, I gotta put brah. Kendrick Lamar next album cover is here. Is it a classic already or nah? Okay, good. Cool. Gunna's lawyers. Oh shit, shit's happening quick, ain't it? Gunna's lawyers want to get bond. Let me see. Who's like, where y'all getting this from? You got to pay for the Atlanta Journal-Constitution? This used to be the spot for like shit. Oh, ain't nobody paying for you, nigga. Fuck out of here. Actually, I should pay for it. Yeah, he's gonna try to get bombed, but like he hasn't even got a first appearance yet. So like, man, what does that mean? All right. Anyway, hey, chat. How about this? How about this? Okay, I got an idea. I got a plan. Would y'all like for me to come back on? Right now it's 4. I got some more YouTube videos. It's a busy day for me. I dropped like a YouTube video or like 2 already. I'm doing a stream. I'm about to do some more YouTube videos. I got a podcast coming. Y'all got to go check out Off the Record. I did a podcast before. I'm going to get more into the Meg stuff on the podcast. And I got some other like podcast exclusive stuff. You got to make sure you're followed on Spotify. It's going to pop up, okay? So there's going to be a new podcast today. A couple more YouTube videos. And I'm going to post the pictures to my Instagram. So everybody go follow me on Instagram right here. Look, this is my personal Instagram. All right, Instagram.com, I am Akademiks. Okay? This is my personal Instagram. This is y'all gonna decide if I come back on stream tonight. I'm gonna post the picture. And if it gets 5,000 comments, I'm gonna give y'all like the whole day. If it gets 5,000 comments, I'll be back tonight. 100%. 100%. Okay? Let me see what time is it right now. I'll probably be back at like 11. 10 or 11 Eastern. So I'm going to delete the last post on it now. Okay? Delete the last post on it now. I'm going to post a new picture. And if we get 5,000, I'll be back tonight. All right? Somebody said I'm not coming back. I'm coming back, man. I'm in a content mood right now, bro. I'm going crazy with the YouTube videos. Like, yo, I'm on my shit. And also, if y'all notice, I didn't do too much drinking. So that's why, like, usually, like, the only thing that slows me down, because sometimes I get mad lit on stream, and then after stream, I gotta go sleep. Because when I'm too lit, my body just knocks me out, and it recovers. You get me? And then I wake up, and I never have a hangover. I'm just good. But I didn't do too much drinking on here, because I ran out of this. I gotta get back to the liquor store, get some more. I gotta do some YouTube videos, send some invoice. A lot of these industry niggas owe me money. You know me, I come around, I start collecting. I tell these niggas, I said these Lambos and these mansions ain't gonna pay for themselves. I go to everybody. I say, Atlantic, I need my money for all your artists. Nigga, I go around like tax man. Interscope, where my money for your shit? 300. Rock Nation. Well, Rock Nation will fuck me right now, but come on, man. I stick these bitches up. Fuck that. Nah, all right, hold on. I'm gonna post a picture right now before I get off stream. Yo, Twitch, I think y'all fucking with me right now. All right, we're gonna do it right now. Hey, chat, you know, I always had the motto, I don't stick up independent artists. Cause like, it feels bad for me. I don't wanna do that. But these labels, oh my God, I tell them, I say, yo, just back the Brinks truck up. Okay, what should I post? Somebody give me a cool picture to post. Somebody says StockX and Nike going at each other? Holy. Y'all be on the site. Hold on, let me pull this up real quick before I get off. TMZ.com. Yo, is this StockX shit? What the fuck? Somebody arrested on live stream. Andy Dick? Holy shit. Holy. Damn, Black China losing again? Yo, Black China, yo, I ain't gonna lie to you. I gotta get Black China on my podcast. Black China is really wilding, bro. Black China really thinks the judge was biased in a case where she admitted she put a gun to Rob Kardashian's head. Like, what type of fucking crack rock? What crack boulder are you smoking on that you think that you could have a case against somebody where you admit to doing a felony? Putting a gun to somebody's head is intimidation. This is like, bro, if you think that you were going to win that case, you got to be as dumb as you look. No way. No fucking way. Black China just took another L after accusing the judge. Now she beefing with the judge of harboring extreme bias against her. According to new legal documents, she lost the motion to disqualify the judge who presided over her defamation case. You know what the biggest thing about defamation? She was talking about they defamed her. Bro, you defamed yourself when you admitted you put a gun to a man's head. In what world do we live in where a woman could put a gun to a man's head, tell the story, joke about it, and by the way, when they said, so why'd you do it? It was funny. And nothing happens. You defamed yourself. I can't even take you serious. You seem like a clown. Thing is, China's motion made no sense. If she wanted to press a bias claim, she needed to do so during the trial and ask that judge to recuse himself. Trial's over and her only recourse would be to ask for a new trial. The judge already fired back saying China had no legal grounds. Even the judge the judge dropping bombs on her. Anyway. What's up with the StockX shit, though? Let me just Google it. StockX. They beefing, right? So Nike is beefing with StockX. Y'all gotta help me. I don't really like. Recently, I started getting back into like buying like nice clothes because I realized like, bro, I probably spent $1 million this year investing in equipment and like for everything for my headquarters. I spent a lot of money, and I realized like as much money as I make, I really spend pretty much a lot of it, or I put everything in the stock market, and it's like, damn, bro, you got to treat yourself, right? And I'm like, let me just buy like some nice kicks and stuff. But I don't know kicks like that anymore. So like, I don't know Nike stuff. So if you'll notice, I went on like Neiman Marcus and I bought like all designer kicks. Hopefully I can match them, but I don't know. But anyway, one of the reasons I never really got too much into like, like these little exclusive shit that StockX or GOAT app be having. Bro, I can't tell if a sneaker's real or fake. I remember one time they said I was wearing fake Supreme. Nigga, all I know is I paid real fucking money. I don't really know. You get me? So that's why now I just buy from Neiman Marcus. I know Neiman Marcus ain't selling fake shit, nigga. You know why? Because niggas can't afford this shit. That's it. I stopped doing this bullshit right here. So Nike, and by the way, can somebody answer this question? I know it's marketing, so I'm answering my own question. But why the fuck does Nike? Why the fuck, like, why are you getting mad at StockX? Because people have a market of selling your shoes on a site that's trying to be an authenticator. Why are you mad at them? You know the way to get rid of them? Make more fucking shoes, dummy. Don't beef with the person, the middleman who's trying to authenticate. And yes, there's going to be fake in the market. Why don't you just make more real ones? But really, everybody's doing this whole, supply and demand shit. So I can't really knock them. Anyway, let me just do this real quick. Nike escalates legal battle with marketplace StockX saying it purchased 4 pairs. So Nike bought 4 pairs of shoes from them. And despite the company's promises that it's only marketing authentic footwear, apparently they were fake, right? Nike asked the judge to let it add claims of counterfeit and false advertising to the current trademark infringement lawsuit against StockX. Said it obtained fake shoes, including a counterfeit Air Jordan 1 Retro High OG. What the fuck is this? Let me Google this shit because, you see, this is why, like, to me, like, I would never buy a fucking... What the fuck? The nigga from Sneaker Shopping gave me shoes that look like this. Kind of. I left in the back of my car. Bro, I don't be like, ain't the shoes like $200? Like, who gives a fuck? All right, let me see. Let me keep reading. All right, these 4 pairs of counterfeit shoes are all purchased within a 2-month period. So Nike's lame ass is fucking. Actually, let me not call him lame because I might want a sponsorship. All right, Nike's dope ass. I'm fake, right? Nike's cool ass is basically was just sitting there buying a bunch of sneakers and probably returning them, hoping to figure out and find out if these people are selling fakes, and they found 4 in a couple of months. They sued him in February in federal court in Manhattan, accusing the marketplace of blatantly free riding. Oh, okay, which is on Nike's trademark and goodwill with the service called Vault NFTs. StockX argued that NFTs aren't digital sneakers, but simply listing. Okay, so cool. So this is going to the metaverse. StockX is trying to get into it by listing virtual sneakers, except the virtual sneakers represent real sneakers, and the real sneakers trademark is held by Nike, which Nike's saying we should own the virtual trademark of it too, which that's going to be kind of like pretty much futuristic, because if say I have a product and you can make a virtual product and my IP doesn't do anything, it's going to be World War III or not World War III, but it's a free-for-all. And a free-for-all in the marketplace is always crazy, right? StockX said blah, blah, that it takes its customer protection very seriously and blah, blah. Okay, so basically really Nike just hating, like they want StockX out of here, right? It's not only the NFT thing, they're adding fraudulence and counterfeit and all that type of shit. Oh shit, legal scuffles are breaking out over NFTs, mainstream, attracting major brands ranging from Louis Vuitton to Taco Bell. Nike bought virtual sneaker market. Okay, so Nike's trying to get into the sneaker market, virtual shit. Okay, cool. StockX plans to go public. Wow. They're trying to go public. Okay. No, I understand. Yeah, if they're about to go public, you got to sue them motherfuckers. I get it. Okay, cool. Yeah, I never use StockX. Anyway, chat. Let me post. I'm gonna post a picture right now. What picture should I post? I'm gonna post a picture right now. And if this shit, let's see. Alrighty then. All right, man. I'm posting a picture right now. Post a picture of Gunna mugshot. Nah, y'all trolls. All right, you're right. I got it. All right, cool. All right, so 5,000 comments, bro. And by the way, I got to be on this page. Y'all got until tonight to do it. So I know y'all ain't that quick. Here we go. What the fuck? Oh, here we go. Why this shit ain't working? Give me a second. What should my caption be? Come on, quick. Nah. I'm not girl trolling. Yo, come on. Bro, what should the caption be? Did I talk about Meg yet? And by the way, I'm gonna publish. What the fuck? I'm gonna publish the VOD after this. So my VODs, like, somehow Twitch did something, like it's not on. I think it's because of the music stuff. They put all the VODs on Nigga said stop breathing so hard, nigga. Yeah, Twitch changed it because of DCMA. You're right, or DMCA. Man, I'm gonna just post a picture of me, nigga. Oh yeah, so you are accounting for if you post about it. Yeah, okay, cool. All right, no, I got it. I got it. I got some shit to do. All right, chat. I'm out of here. Make sure I post on the right page. All right. 5,000 will come back tonight. If not, probably tomorrow or something like that. I got a bunch of stuff. There's a podcast coming. Go watch the YouTube videos if you missed it. I keep you updated. Also, I got to get on a few calls. I'm trying to get some exclusive shit for y'all. But once again, thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for trusting me with the information. Thank y'all for trusting that I'm always going to be real, raw, uncut with y'all. And I appreciate y'all from people on Twitch, from people on YouTube, from people on Facebook, and anywhere else you might watch this, all right? Here's the pic. Let me just post it here. Matter of fact, I just posted a picture of myself. I ain't gonna lie to you. I never take selfies, but I took this one. All right, peace. I'm out of here.